All right. Let me just make sure everything's working here. Come on, Twitch. We good? All right, we're looking good now. Bitrate's looking good. Stream manager's up. OBS is looking good. Okay. So, I did check this. So, we did save right here. But, the game did drop an autosave right as we were coming through, here. And that is a difference of almost 30 minutes. But that was all scenes that I had to sprint through because we were at the end of the session and I really needed to go. So we're going to actually load up this and I'm going to go back and give those scenes the time and effort they deserve, given that we were in a bit of a rush. I honestly wish I'd known that. I probably would have just quit and done something else rather than trying to rush through all of those good scenes. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Now, I won't redo all of the scenes in voice, simply because some of them were just not to my taste, but we'll see. Did we grab everything? Looks like we grabbed everything. What is that? Oh, turret. Dear God, thank God I killed her first, because apparently there were, what, 3, 4 turrets in this area? Oh, that would have been aggravating as fucking hell to deal with. Alright, we get this nice little hand-drawn cutscene again.
With the physical horrors of Commoragh behind them, a long and arduous journey, possible only with the help of a Xenos guide, lay ahead for the rogue trader and his party. From one strange destination to the next, through unknowable environments, the mere sight of which could drive one to madness.
As I said, I do appreciate the very abstract nature that they're going for with the webway. But on the other hand, I'm also disappointed that we don't get to at least experience a little bit of it.
Despite the challenges, they managed to escape the labyrinthian webway and find their way back home.
Okay, so we did do this scene, so I'm gonna actually just speed through this one real fast. Yep, we made that agreement. How are things here on Janus? Kinsman helped us. Good luck. Yep. And then we go back to our ship, where we can have some actual proper moments here. Yep, we did this part. We had Ulfar getting mentioned, Marazai getting mentioned, Heinrichs. How much do you know about my abduction? We did that part. Yep, we did that one. Yep, Marazai gets a little bit worried that we might actually be throwing him to our crew at some point. Where's my ship been? We get the update. I guess we'll do the proper celebrations this time. Yeah. Glory to the rogue trader. Glory to House von Valancius. Your subject's triumphant roar sends a tremor through the bridge, as though the ship itself is greeting a long-lost owner. Factotum smacks his lips awkwardly and adds in a quieter voice. Oh yeah, we've already seen that part. It's just a celebration. Yep. Then we got Nomos. and his avatar his picture thing is starting to come into focus. And as I said, judging from those horns, it's either Eldar related or Necron related. There's really no in between with these. We did this part. I'm trying to get to the ones that I had to basically skip because we were too close to the end of the stream last time. Yep. I'm glad that you are learning to understand me. We did that part. Yep. He talks about wanting to talk to us again. This should be the Jehadari discussion. Right. Come on. Come on, game. Yep, this is the J one, which we already did. How did you come to know of this? Yep. Yes, evidence of it being uncontrovertible. I wish to see Jehadari. Yep. Her conversation was not as interesting, so I'm going to speed through that one. Yep. She takes us off to go. Yes, yes, yes.
Your lord.
Tell me the real story. Yes, we. This one was all voiced by her.
The folks on foot. Commoragh Haydar. What? My eye? And that's when I got. It was. Whoop diff. We knew each other. Are you worried I'm going to start spitting on the deck and shriveling your officers?
There we go. Okay, so that was everything. All right. This is all stuff that I had to speed run through because we were out of time. So we're going to start here and do it proper. Danrock adjusts his jacket before addressing you.
Now then, Lord Captain, shall we get to business? We have a number of items to go over. The Expanse is in flames. Your Lordship's squadrons and several smaller groups of despicable Drukhari radar systems.
Or squadrons and smaller groups. I completely misread that.
Radar systems. The cult of the Final Dawn has emerged in full force, wreaking havoc everywhere. We've heard rumors of the fall of Santiel's pride, House Corda's world, an outrageous sacrilege given how abundant and inexpensive Promethium is there.
Strife has broken out between Houses Winterscale and Corda. Chaos reigns across the sector. Only the esteemed Lord Inquisitor is trying to fight it back and concentrating all available forces loyal to him at Footfall to draw them into a fist that will smash all enemy forces, the rampaging heretics and the Xenos vermin alike.
Which group of Xenos are attacking? More of the Drukhari, your lordship. Their squadrons, both large and small, have begun raiding across the Expanse, unleashing carnage on every world they can cross, taking captives by the tens of thousands and attacking shipping lanes. It is as if something has poked their nest, if you will, and now they are lashing out.
How fare the worlds of our dynasty? The heretics' malicious acts make it difficult to maintain astropathic connection with the colonies. The cult of the Final Dawn strikes everywhere. Their sleeper agents are active on every planet. On Vabo 6, a local mutiny was crushed after a group of newly arrived prisoners succumbed to blasphemous propaganda. But other worlds have stood firm against the onslaught of the enemies of humanity and have not succumbed to their pernicious influence.
Xavier Calcazar has formally begun leading the defense. Exactly. The esteemed Lord Inquisitor Calcazar has declared himself Warden of the Coronis Expanse and issued orders to requisition troops from all loyal Imperial worlds. He has made Footfall his standing base of operations as it was the most logistically convenient point. From there, his fleet moves out throughout the Expanse, destroying the forces of the cult and the abominable Drukhari. He may be all that currently stands in the way of the Expanse being reduced to ashes. When heretics laid siege to Euphrates II, the hallowed forge of the Cognizant's fleet, the Lord Inquisitor sent an enormous portion of his forces. Now they and the Explorer squadrons recalled from the front lines stand together against the heretics in battle for the sacred planet.
Do we know of the source of strife between Incendia and Caligos?
When the esteemed Lord Inquisitor called upon the rogue traders to join his forces, the ladyship Incendia Corda heeded the summons immediately, while his lordship Caligos Winterscale ignored it. Rumor has it that his refusal was of a defiant nature, and served as a pretext for Lady Corda to declare formal war on House Winterscale. Winterscale's ships are being hunted, and his worlds occupied under the pretense of compelling them to submit to the Imperial Creed and the Inquisitorial remit. Surprisingly, for all his love of fighting, Winterscale is in no hurry to defend his domain. According to intercepted astropathic transmissions, he and his personal retinue are currently on Quetzalcoatl hunting down a Xenos fleet, Eldari, by all appearances.
Anything else I should know? The factotum lowers his head in thought.
There have been some other minor developments, if you wish. I'll gladly bring you up to speed on the bridge. I would not want them to take any more time on this occasion.
Lord Captain? Abelard bows his head.
Please allow me to make a request, a personal one. While you were away, Zachary Weiss received an astropathic message from Dargonus. It concerns my family. The Wissarians have been accused of treason against House von Valencia. How is that even possible? I simply cannot comprehend it. The Seneschal shakes his head helplessly. The Wissarians have served the Rogue Trader dynasty loyally for generations. This is hard to admit, but this news comes as a crushing blow. The accusations were leveled by or on behalf of the Drivestones. Governing House, under normal circumstances, the investigation would not have required your involvement, and my entire family would have been. But, being of noble stock, the Wissarians are entitled under an ancient custom to petition for a rogue trader's personal protection once in a generation. Your personal protection, Lord Captain. Abelard raises his gaze to you. Do not deny us that honor. I implore you. Abelard, I don't think it myself, but what if members of your family? Then the traitors will accept their due punishment. I've never relied on my position to guarantee as an immunity guarantee. I will not try to sway your decision, so long as it is fair and balanced. Then you may inform Zachary Weiss, send a message directly to Argona saying I will personally take part in this investigation. Abelard breathes a sigh of relief and seems to grow an inch or two taller. It will be done, Lord Captain. Adira hurriedly enters the study, sniffling and hunching her shoulders. She looks haggard. There are bags under her eyes. Her hair is disheveled. Her hands quiver slightly every few moments. With some effort, she focuses her eyes on you and forces a crooked smile. Thank you for agreeing to hear me out, Lord Captain. I can't slip into the accent again. Here's the deal. After all that happened recently, the voices in my head suddenly flared up and started gabbling worse than before. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm handling them just fine. I can't slip into that kind of quasi-Jamaican accent that she does, and I really am bad. Sometimes I can and sometimes I can't. I think I know of a way I can get them set down. I've been having the same vision over and over again. Walking down a corridor, and there's a door at the end. And I know that right behind that door is blissful silence. All I must do is reach out and open. So I touch it with my fingers. I feel the cold, rough metal. And then I suddenly snap out of it and always find myself staring at a wall in some compartment. I look behind me and all the doors on the way are open, but I have no memory of how I got there. Lord Captain, I'll cut to the chase. Please help me find that door. I'm not joking. This is a matter of life and death. My gut tells me it's my last chance to deal with my powers, and if I don't... I have questions for you first, dear. Of course, Lord Captain. Ask me anything, and I'll try my best to answer. What do you think is behind the door? No idea. An incredible implant from a tech-free secret stores? Or a serum kept in an Inquisitor's vault? There's such a thing as archaeotech too, right? Plenty of it lying around. Maybe some of it could help me. Adira is trying to maintain a facade of confidence while simultaneously pulling at a hangnail so hard her fingertip begins to bleed. Do you have any clues from your visions on where to start looking? Vague ones, as usual. I think I can hear the muffled cries of some weird birds, my head sweating like it's hot, surrounded by rockcrete. Everyday Imperial stuff, except it's reeking of burnt flesh, fried cables, and chemicals. Other than that, nothing more concrete. But I think if we get close enough, I'll sense it nearby. Is the door you describe similar to the door your whispers come from? No, well, I don't know. It feels different. The one from the visions feels very, real. I can touch it. It's definitely not an illusion. It really does exist. And trust me, neither of us wants to open the other door, the whispering one. I find it difficult to believe that suppressing your abilities in such a manner is safe. Adira snorts loudly. Oh, it's really not. I'm sure you've heard stories about how people try to lock psyker abilities away for good and how those psykers would eventually go insane and then explode into little pieces. But if there's a way, not to shut my door completely, but to make sure that only a tiny crack remains, that's a different story. I can just feel it. If we find this thing, whatever it is, it'll all be alright. And what if it's a trap? No, can't be. Whatever. I'll go alone if you like. Just please help me get there. Alright, we'll find this door. I give you my word. Some of the darkness in Adira's eyes cleared and her smile widened slightly. Thank you, Lord Captain. I knew you wouldn't leave me in a bind. As soon as I sense we're close, I'll let you know right away. The Exalted One bless the House of Von Valencias for your largesse of spirit, Shireen, and thank you for deigning to speak with me once more. Jade turns, unusually hesitant, now tentatively choosing the words that only a moment ago rolled off her tongue in an uninterrupted cascade. Here's the thing, Shireen. My network of trade representatives has been stretched a little too thin lately, like a chiffon dress on a whore. Supplies are all over the place, orders aren't being filled, clients are kicking off, and not without reason, revenue's plummeting. And if that wasn't bad enough, my guys are running things from Footfall have been incommunicatories. An astropathic message has finally come in to tell me why. Some ashmag or ashmags, thrown smite them, has captured my gang, threatening to kill every one of my one of those hard crafting whelps if I don't do what they want. And they only want one thing, my Marcatum Tabula Officiae, in exchange for my gang's lives. Jade tosses her thick mane of hair and grits her teeth, looking more vicious than you've ever seen her. But I am not giving up my certificate for anything, nor am I going to leave my men high and dry. That is why I'm begging for your help and protection, Shireen. If I have to step into a cage or hyena, I'd rather do it with a lion at my side. Tolman did not say who sent the message. Oh, Shireen, you know yourself that all this astropathic chit-chat is nothing but a stream of images, thoughts, intentions, never anything concrete. But I don't need the name of the sender, I already know. I can smell Paco's stench all over this, or else it's Vladim's doing. This is just that damn Ashmag style. I should take him. It could be a bluff. It could, Shireen. But I've been missing the familiar stench of the docks and the darling Octi and her bar, even the stony gaze of the Exalted One that watches over you wherever you are on footfall. I'm a little homesick, you see. The tender smile vanishes from Jay's face, leaving a nakedly bleak expression behind. The Exalted One helps those who help themselves, Shireen, and I don't want to risk the lives of my people. When we reach Footfall, we'll assist your associates. I look forward to that day, Shireen. Praise be to the Exalted One for bestowing such a miserly portion of haughty indifference upon your heart. Savani di Firenze von Valencias. Heinrichs gives you a curt nod in greeting. I apologize for barging in unannounced. I have received news that I must discuss with you face to face. You may recall that I mentioned that Achilles, Heinrichs pauses before continuing, that Achilles Scalander was transferred to my remit by a colleague. Colleague in question has contacted me. She requires my immediate assistance. And who is this colleague? Heinrichs hesitates for a moment before answering. Emelina Lichtenhart, Sage to the Lord Inquisitor. Tell me more about this agent of the Inquisition. Who is she? An acolyte who was assigned a different range of objectives in the Expanse. Heinrichs trails off, then shakes his head. Don't take me. I'm still trying to hide information from you even when I'm asking for your help directly. Emelina is a sage, a very unique acolyte of the Inquisition, but noted for their abilities to absorb huge amounts of knowledge and store it within their own memory more securely than any data crypt. She entered the Lord Inquisitor's retinue before even I did. Talking to her is a strange experience, but it is barely scratching the surface of who she is. Emelina is an incredible scholar, an expert on the forbidden and the illicit, and she is a loyal servant of the throne. You say talking to her is a strange experience. What does that mean? Since birth, Emelina has been different from other people. Heinrichs locks his fingers and says nothing for a few seconds. Specialists from the Inquisition enhanced her natural gift for hypomnesia. There are certain procedures that can be done. She can create separate blocks of her own memory, which she can then lock under a code word or even overwrite with new information. She organizes her mind like a normal person would arrange boxes on a shelf. One box might contain information about a recent mission in the Calixis, another the latest decrees of the Lex Imperialis, and another her own childhood memory. This level of compartmentalization might seem somewhat insane to the untrained eye, but it is the price one must pay to turn an ordinary servant into a useful tool of the Inquisition. Hold on. Okay, sorry, some of my settings seemed off. You said the forbidden and the illicit. What exactly does that entail, Heinrichs? Emelina carries knowledge, which is forbidden to common servants of the Imperium. She carries this knowledge within herself, as it cannot be entrusted to lords or cogitators. Heinrichs frowns. I said before the acolytes of the Inquisition must shoulder a heavy burden, to come into contact with things that can penetrate and corrupt the soul, and for sages such as her, this is an especially trying ordeal. Emelina's hypomnesia has been enhanced so that she now remembers everything she sees, however briefly. After many years of service, she has examined and seen enough to become an unrivaled expert in this field. You speak of her with a degree of obvious affection, Heinrichs. Heinrichs gives you a crooked smile. Emelina was something of a mentor, I will admit. She helped me when I had only just joined the Lord Inquisitor's circle. She taught me several side techniques to maintain my focus and equanimity. She trained me in the finer details of working with archives and data crypts. She gave me the chance to unwind a little in my post when we played games of Regicide together. I believe I have a clear picture. What was her message, Heinrich? Her message was incomplete and distorted. It is impossible to make sense of every word. The only thing we know for certain is that an acolyte of the Inquisition is asking me to immediately go to Phaeton 4, a remote planet. In her message, she seems to be requesting either military support or help with an evacuation. Whatever precipitated the request, Emelina would not make it if it were not absolutely necessary. I know that a rogue trader has more than enough matters to deal with, especially now. Nevertheless, I would like to formally and officially request the Lord Captain's assistance in dealing with this issue. Heinrich inclines his head. I have no authority to demand anything from House von Valancius, and therefore I must confine myself to a request for the sake of the Coronis Expanse and the Imperium. Is there any hint in the message of what exactly is happening on Phaeton 4? Heinrich says nothing for a time, then begins to speak, slowly, as though he's fighting against resistance. For the avoidance of leaks, the details of the objectives of specific acolytes shall remain secret. What I can tell you is that the primary threat that Emelina was dealing with in the Expanse was the Xenos, in particular the Drukhari raids upon distant systems before you were kidnapped. A sage is ideally suited for gathering data about the chronology of this problem and attempting to find appropriate methods for combating it. As for what Emelina is doing on Phaeton 4 specifically, that I don't know. I don't even know any details about the world itself, only that there are humans of the Imperium there. So either it has been colonized or a garrison has been established. The cult of the Final Dawn has been my top priority, and my investigation has given me no cause to turn my attention to such a plan. I shall try to work it into our already busy priorities. As soon as we can, we will go to Phaeton 4 and put an end to this threat. Heinrich bows. Thank you, Lord Captain. I'm confident that this minor deviation from our primary course will help to stem the spread of anarchy in the Coronis Expanse, if only slightly. At the very least, it'll help us ensure that we're not outflanked. I've already spoken to the navigation crew, provided them with the coordinates of Phaeton 4. We can set a course for it as soon as you give the order.
Yes, it turned out, Kato, that there was an autosave right as we were leaving Commoragh, and I decided to go back and redo these scenes because we were just absolutely out of control at the end of last stream, as you saw, and I was getting very annoyed. But we're just going back and redoing these scenes, and then we'll pick up right from there.
Enough, Xenos. Justice will be done one way or the other. Heinrich's voice drips with venom.
Slither all you like, heretical spawn, but you will never leave this ship unscathed.
The bridge is enveloped in an unusual silence. The officers on duty are huddling in corners, looking on curiously as what is transpiring at the center. You know, I want to actually ask this one this time. Heinrichs, what punishment awaits he who failed to realize his own acolyte was a traitor? Upon hearing your words, the interrogator stiffens, grits his teeth in anger. Archelaus died after receiving due punishment. Even if it was not at the hands of the Inquisition, I will hear no more about it. Catching sight of you, the curious crew members dash to their posts, leaving only the senior officers in the middle of the bridge.
How long are you going to tolerate this filth aboard your ship, Lord Rogue Trader? Sovani de Ferenzi von Valancius, the foul traitor who already dragged you into darkness once and who almost left your protectorate without a sovereign.
Rogue Trader. Has Eldari heresy clouded your judgment? Treachery always means death, either for the traitor or the one betrayed. You almost died in Commoragh many times. Your retinue. You know what became of each of them that was there. Is it not time to see justice done? Those present nod wordlessly, but none dare to interfere. Now this is a fine spectacle. The inhuman gets what she deserves. Let us all watch and laugh.
Your wonderful path has led you all the way into this rather thorny situation, cousin. You refused to beg for mercy in Commoragh, and now you will have to lick the boots of the Monkai.
Silence, Xenos. Your turn will come. Irelet does not react to the curses being slung at her. With an imperpetual expression, she watches the crowd before her, and then turns her gaze to you. Does anyone else wish to voice their thoughts, since we have everyone here in attendance? You know, Lord Captain, that I will support any order you give. But I must say, on a personal level, that to keep the Xenos in the red, after everything, Abelard casts a tense look at the lower bridge. Everything that has transpired because of her. I do not think it would be wise.
The enemies of humanity have no place amongst us. You know this.
Cassia's hands shake a little, and she clenches her fist.
But death is far too merciful a sentence. What I endured was far more terrible.
The heinous behavior pattern of the Xeno entity and of specimens similar to her statistically leads to unfavorable and unpredictable outcomes. Irilet continues to blankly survey the crowd.
See, this is actually also why I wanted to check, because I think I might have chosen the wrong dialogue option here. Give me 1 second. Want to double check, make sure I've got it. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Yep. Escaping Commoragh. Yep. Okay. That's what we're looking for. Alright.
I think you all have forgotten who gives the orders on this ship. Irilet is here to stay as part of my retinue. I suggest you all deal with that fact. Humility is not one of your virtues, Seals. The rogue trader may have stood up for you, but one long glance, one slip of the tongue, one suspicious gesture, and I assure you your life will be over.
We both know your words are empty, Monkai. You will not disobey the Alantak's orders, for you see no point in paying for my death with your own. Easy forgiveness is a sign of impending weakness, rogue trader. Think on this.
Argenta reluctantly and slowly lifts her hand from her weapon. Everyone present timidly averts their eyes. Speaking up against you was definitely not part of the plan. Are you all right? Irilet shrugs uncertainly.
Your Monkai crew have had it worse. I will live. The wounds of my soul will eventually heal. They will live too. But their souls, the things they suffered in Commoragh, their souls will bleed painful memories.
You know I never would have left you at their mercy.
Of course not. You are you.
Perhaps if you had shared with them some of what you showed me in Commoragh, they would understand what you did. Irilet shakes her head.
Those words were meant only for you, Elantak. You are the only one I could trust with these feelings, and only to you could I actually show my wounds. We have a special history now, and a bond. Sovani differenze. Don't care about the others.
I think they will forgive you. At least not all of them, not right away, but in time.
You cannot believe that, Elantak. I do not need words of comfort. The words of these Monkai do not touch my soul. Only yours. Your thoughts matter. Yours. And mine.
Do you really not care about what happened? Or are you trying to conceal your true feelings again?
I am sorry that my errors led anyone into the paths of the Dark City. I see their pain, their rage, and I understand it. But words and pity will not help. Only time, and perhaps revenge, which will dull their pain for at least a time. But you have taken away their chance for revenge, Elantak, and all we can do now is wait.
And it's time to return to work.
Not just yet, Elantak. Before you go, please answer me. I know we have spoken a great deal, and you have even accepted what I did. But I also know that the mind and the emotions are not only in accord. Now that the raging waves of danger have died down, that Commoragh has been left behind, I must know. What are your thoughts of me?
I only know that everyone makes mistakes. Even I. Everyone hides part of their personalities they're not proud of. I suppose that is true now of both humans and Eldari.
I wish I could argue otherwise.
A short laugh escapes Irilet's lips.
But I made the error. I concealed my feelings and emotions from you. and perhaps you have done some of the same. But as long as we walk the same road, we have a chance to become better than we were before. Iralet nods and gestures elegantly before leaving. Until we meet again, Ilantak. May the darkness scatter into a myriad of new stars before your path.
Okay. Now we're back, caught up. Which probably means we have to talk to everybody here now.
Perhaps you would be interested in this Vox transmission I intercepted not long ago, Lord Captain. The thoroughly encrypted message contains the coordinates of a landing site upon a certain planet within the expanse marked as rare cargo. I have not been able to uncover anything else, but I believe the encryption was intended for those who are involved in unsanctioned trade activities. There has also been a multitude of scout ships tirelessly exploring the expanse in search of new resource deposits, but unfortunately not all of them represent the interests of the dynasty. I occasionally intercept Vox transmissions from ships prowling in your domain in search of easy loot. An asteroid the size of a small planet has been discovered in the Soto's Tomb system, and the prospectors believe there may be a wealth of resources hidden within it. And lastly, a few pilgrims from Footfall who were graciously welcome aboard have been filling the crew's mind with tales of the world of the Ascended. They say that prayers on a world near the cold star of the Kinnerus Maleficium have not ceased for several hundred years. They claim that the God Emperor himself chose this planet and raised all its people to his halls. Vigdis's coughs over the Vox system's grinding. We have suppressed these rumors to ensure that the crew are not distracted from vital tasks, but I would suggest that should you decide to visit the planet, given its unusual reputation.
Thank you, Vigdis. That'll be all. Alright, now we gotta check on everybody. Okay, nothing there.
Greeting.
Nothing there. Nothing there. Good. Oh, Marzai's on this side. Okay.
Rogue trader.
Let me see. Yeah, we can afford to do this. Alright. I wish to know more about you and your cabal.
Ask your questions. I will decide which is worthy of an answer.
You are the Drakon of your cabal. What exactly does that title imply?
The Drakon is the first among the blades of the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest, and the Drukhari who stands but one rung below the Archon. The Drakon leads raids and wages wars against other Cabals, keeps the arrogant true-born and half-born upstarts at bay, and has the pick of any opponent in any battle. Irimaris used to have others in her inner circle, but I ensured that they all disappeared one by one, and that their successors were too terrified to take their place. That was when my sister engaged an incubi order to serve as her bodyguards. Incubi do not respond to fear or bribes.
Well, it must have been a sign that your cabal was doing better, because the fact she didn't have incubi guards to begin with kind of says that she at least had some subordinates that she placed a modicum of trust in, which is shockingly uncommon amongst the Drukhari. Sorry, Kay, I didn't see your second message until just now. Yes, I'm romancing Iralet, so I'm giving her some more leeway. Not quite Disney-esque. This is 40K after all. Oh god, could you imagine if the Imperium of Man had a planet devoted to making children's movies and it was just like the Imperium's version of Disney? Oh god. That's a horrifying thought. What exactly sparked the conflict between you and Ymiris?
Must there be another reason beyond survival and ambition? Commoragh does not tolerate weakness. Commoragh respects only strength and cunning. Either you climb upward on the corpses of your enemies, or you become one of the steps underfoot.
So then I must ask, how is it the great and terrifying Marzai was only the Drakon of the Cabal and not its Archon?
Keep your arrogance in check. Irimaris was clever and deadly, and if I had underestimated her abilities and strength, I would have been food for the Urguls long ago. The very fact that she surpassed me speaks for itself. I refused to give her cause to cast me out as a traitor. No, our rivalry, Our little game that ran since our birth took time. And another thing, when you're at the top, you need something to stave off boredom. This game amused us and terrorized the rest of the Cabal.
Azrakai and the Cabal of the Black Heart. What is their relationship to your Cabal?
The Cabal of the Black Heart is the most ancient of all the Cabals, and the largest. It casts a shadow over all Commoragh, and when the Black Heart strikes, you submit or you die. The Reaving Tempest was not prepared to perish, so when the Black Heart's shadow stretched as far as us, Irimeris's predecessors chose to bend the knee and become their vassals.
I mean, pretty smart. Vec does not have a very good track record of leaving behind people who have purposely pissed him off.
Irimeris never liked the Cabal's subordinate position. Her words, and sometimes her actions directed against the Black Heart, prompted whispers of discontent and fear among those who served her. I was not willing to renounce the protection of Astrobial Vect's own Cabal. If I had succeeded in overthrowing Irimeris with Nazrakay's aid, many within the Reaving Tempest would have supported me.
Tavantius the Arch-Machinator, what exactly was your connection to him?
Tavantius was Irimeris's ally, not mine. The Reaving Tempest is his patron, and patron also to the witches of the arena. I have had cause to seek out his artistry several times, and each time with difficulty. Of late, he's been gone from Commoragh more often than he's been in it. He was probably in one of his lairs where he hides his other experiments and creations.
Interesting. Gone from Commoragh. I wonder if we'll actually run into Tavantius or some of his creations again later in the game. Do you have any idea where these other lairs might be?
After Tavantius quarreled with the witches and was stripped of the Cabal's protection, his havens in Commoragh were turned into a deadly trap. I imagine they've been ransacked and destroyed by now. His other hideouts may be somewhere in the tangle of the webway, or in real space. But that last possibility is madness even for a homunculus.
And when exactly did you have need of his expertise?
When the grotesque of a rival Cabal ripped my arm off at the shoulder, when I needed a substance to wring the truth out of you in the Obsidian Court, when I had personal desires that only a master of flesh could satisfy.
Yeah, I'm not... Fuck it, for the content.
What do I even want to know what you mean by personal desires, Marazai?
You are just dying to know, aren't you?
Marazai folds his arms and gives you a pointed smile. That is enough of the homunculi. You call yourself a trueborn. What exactly does that mean?
It is a caste in Commoragh. Noble Drukhari born under certain circumstances. Their cradle before birth was not an amniotic gestational tube, but a living womb. Carrying a fetus for such a lengthy term is as good as a death sentence for a female Drukhari. She is too vulnerable to her enemy's attacks, and she is of no use on a raid. In Commoragh, only the most powerful Drukhari, who are able to surround themselves with the best protection, can allow themselves such an extravagance. Farkaza Aziriesh, poisoner of Azdrujar, and Shaimish's elect, was one such exalted leader of the Drukhari. The result was worth the effort.
Arajai casually waves a hand, inviting you to admire his person. I must say, you speak Low Gothic quite well, and knowing your kind, I cannot believe that you learned it willingly.
It was a punishment. One of my raids was not as successful as it should have been, and Irimeris ordered Tavantius to forcibly implant the knowledge of the repulsive monkey language into my mind. Supposedly so that I could at least benefit the Cabal by coaxing the monkey into their cages. 5 days I spent under a cerebral burner in the Spire's main hall.
to the delight of Ivrimaris's entourage. I dislocated every joint, struggling in agony against my shackles. But I would endure it all again to expel this poison from my head.
Numerous titles, I recall. Tell me of them.
Eviscerator of Illyridas, Blaze of the Barcag Kingdom, and Slayer of Corocius the Pale. Illyridas was a world inhabited by our distant Eldari cousins, until I led a reaping raid there. The Barcag Kingdom was a separate cluster on the fringes of Commoragh before it went to war with the Reaving Tempest, and by the time I left, I was wading through the blood of its inhabitants. And lastly, Corocius the Pale. He was an ancient homunculus who betrayed the Azuriash at the behest of another cabal. That was not a military victory, but a personal one. In his attempts to make himself invincible, Corocius had sown inside himself the deadliest creatures from the depths of Commoragh. It did not save him. I cut out every one of his 8 hearts and sent them to his former coven as a warning to the rest. Are you sure?
I wish to know more of these Drukhari, as you call yourself.
What exactly do you want to know?
How exactly is it that your kind came to differ from your Craftworld Eldari cousins?
In all ways. The Asuriani are feeble shadows of our ancestors. We are their true inheritors. The Asuriani hide from she who thirsts behind their paths, relying on the visions of their precious far-seers, or blind to the reality around them. We Drukhari laugh in the face of the unknown. We thrive off the carnage and pain we inflict.
Your kind are obsessed with pain, I've noticed. Why exactly?
Because the ecstasy of suffering is the highest form of pleasure, accessible only to superior beings. By your very nature, creatures like you are incapable of knowing such gratification.
You skirt the truth, Marzai. As far as I am aware, Drukhari cannot survive or escape the pull of she who thirsts, save by feeding off the suffering of others.
Careful. My tolerance for such remarks will run out eventually, even given your depressingly simplistic mind and non-existent instinct for self-preservation.
So then why do the Drukhari hide in the webway? Why not live in real space?
Watch it. It is Monkey who run and hide, not our kin. Commoragh is the legacy of our ancestors. They found a way to penetrate the tangle of the webway and move through its twisting labyrinths. Few would hazard to travel in this splintered kingdom, let alone erect bastions in it. The Drukhari are the only Eldari who do not fear the horrors of the webway. For every peril we overcome makes us stronger.
Yeah, there's some serious projection and deflection going on here, Marajai. It is Monkai who run and hide, not our kin, says the guys who have literally never had a stand-up fight in the history of 40k. Marajai sounds sincere, but it is clearly his truth that he is speaking. Something in his face makes you think there is another reason why the Drukhari race chose such a tumultuous dimension to be their home. While we were in Commoragh, I kept hearing the name Asdrubal Vecht. What can you tell me about him?
No. No one speaks of the Overlord of Commoragh without good reason. Amusing you is certainly not reason enough.
A subtle shift occurs on his face, as if a shadow has just fallen across it.
Perhaps.
Fine. What exactly do you plan to do next, Marajai?
I must adapt to my new circumstances. And to this bucket that you monkey call a void ship. These alloy bulkheads. So primitive.
Marajai glances around the bridge, and for a moment you think you detect uncertainty in those mocking eyes.
Then go. I will find something to amuse myself with.
check in with Abelard and Heinrichs.
Lord Captain.
Nope.
To what do I owe this visit?
Okay, we're good. So we'll check in with Nomos. The unblinking gaze of the servitor gargoyle is fixed upon you. Nomos are here. What do you want to talk about? You read the databank recovered from Theodora's cache, and then you said the incident marked the beginning of Nomos. What did you mean by that? Nomos, remember, you brought us data sustenance, and it contained name, epitaph. We recognized it. No, not like that. In that name, we recognized the place where Nomos originate. Surprised we didn't get more out of that. Can we talk to him here and get more? Nope. Okay, so it's identical now between those two. Alright. Denrock? Oh, good there. I need news about the Protectorate. To keep appraised of things. What have you to tell me, Danrock? We discovered a world that is home to a long-abandoned colony founded several centuries ago by a von Valencia's predecessor. A ship was there carrying several thousand colonists who were to restore the derelict settlement. After the ship entered its system of destination, all contact was lost, its fate remaining unknown. Perhaps you'd like to investigate the disappearance of the vessel personally. In addition, your lordship, pirates have presented a serious problem for your domain. For several centuries, a group of bandits, headed by a ship called the Elusive Contempt, has been raiding cargo vessels on their way to the Protectorate's most plentiful extractor camp. Their ability to deftly escape pursuit by patrols has allowed them to operate with complete impunity. The pirates' flagship has been spotted in a nearby system. Your ship, Lord Captain, is sufficiently powerful to finally chase down these brazen scoundrels and bring them to justice. The Astropathic Choir has received a series of alarming messages concerning the Narmere 4 system, where a dangerous space anomaly has supposedly manifested itself. Its nature is unknown, but the fabric of space within the system is reported to be curved and unstable. It is said that any ship entering the region simply disappears. I believe we ought to be prudent and steer clear. The factotum hesitates as if unsure of what he has to say is worthy of your attention. There is something else, Lord Captain. The ship's astropaths have caught echoes of alarming messages. Unidentified ships abandoned by their crews have been spotted in several systems of the Expanse. It may only be a rumor, but those who encountered them have gone missing as well. That is all, your lordship. Enough. Interesting, interesting. Something's going up. Something is going on. What have we got from Jay?
You are spoiled.
Nope. Pascal, you doing okay, buddy? Yeah, he's still got the shit embedded in him, so nothing there. And have you managed to figure out anything else about your door from your visions?
No, Lord Captain, not a thing. And I'm wandering from bay to bay, scaring the crew. But don't worry, I'm sure that as soon as we get close, well, there'll be no mistaking it.
All right.
The stone visage of the Emperor is fearsome, but it does not see the flames at his feet. The brow of the one who calls herself his retribution is crowned by an orbital halo of corpses. But they do not all burn the same. Cold calculation can break even righteous anger. There is a canister of promethium at your feet, and where to pour it is your decision alone.
That sounds like Incendia Corda. Brow of the one who calls herself his retribution is crowned by an orbital halo of corpses. So yeah, given what we know right now, that sounds like the head of House Corda. Cold calculation can break even righteous anger. I'll have to keep that in mind.
In the labyrinth of a strange world, vengeance is served in procession. An eye for an eye. The spilt blood of those who see leads to revenge against those who were blinded. And drawn by the scent, a sickened beast comes running, baring its teeth. Its taming is a sham and leads to a crossroads. Wash out the poisoned blood, revel in it, or soak the earth in scarlet.
Spilt blood of those who see leads to revenge against those who were blinded. Those who see leads me to think, obviously, Farseer, so this has something to do with the Eldari. A sickened beast comes running bearing its teeth, drawn by the scent. I'm going to guess, given that the previous one seems to be about Corda, that this one is about Caligos. Its taming is a sham and leads to a crossroad. Wash out the poison blood, revel in or soak it. So basically, it sounds like something has infected Caligos, or he has some kind of sickness that's causing him.
The heart of a forbidden relic beats out of rhythm, grating more with every throb. He who started on your path with you will make way for daybreak. In the foundry depths, a devastating blade is forged, one that you cannot hold. To unsheath it is to call down doom and destruction.
This one's a bit harder, though he who started on your path with you will make way for daybreak. This could refer to two things. Either something is up with Abelard and his family, and this relates back to what's happening on Dargonis, or it's saying he who started on your path is actually referring to Commoragh, because he was the first person to walk with us. Yep, we've seen that part. Okay, interesting. All things that we're going to have to keep in mind for this chapter.
The Dark City released us from its thorny embrace. The wounds of the body will heal. But what about the wounds of the soul? Cruderach fell, and its demise shattered the fragile lives of countless children of Osirian. Scattered across this part of the galaxy, hounded by the monkey, pursued by the Dark Cousins, imprisoned by the servants of She Who Thirsts. Hatred is strangling me like a snake, and fear is coursing through my body like a burning poison. For the path I chose is leading me down the roads of failure. I can neither hold back my grief nor rein in my anger. And yet, I am powerless to stray from my path. Pay no heed to my fleeting wrath, Alantark. When the will slips away, the soul trembles with rampant emotions. But I will resign my heart to meekness, for there is no other way a marked outcast can help their fellow Eldari wandering in the dark.
Great many terrible things happened in Commoragh. Are you sure you're all right?
I found myself in the Dark City after following the twisted roads of truth and lies. And although the truth blossomed like an ugly bud and scratched my soul with its thorns, I did find the answers to my questions. Those who come back from the dark of the webway will never be the same. But it is we who change while the surrounding world remains imminent. This thought gives me strength.
I know it does not mean much, but Cruderach suffered an unenviable fate, and I am sorry that your world was lost.
I have no need for your sympathy, Alantark. Besides, neither Monkey nor my dark kin found the decaying remnants of Cruderach. Perhaps all is not lost. Perhaps we may yet bring back what has been taken.
Irilet's gaze dimly wanders the bridge, but the corners of her lips twitch traitorously upward, and her features soften slightly. What do you think will happen to the seer now?
Clendil chose to stay on the Lilithon together with Muaran and the rest of our kinsmen. Perhaps it is for the best. The stars in this part of the galaxy are hostile to the children of Osirian.
Where does the path of the outcast lead you now, Irilet?
On the trail of a monkey called Caligos Winterscale. Even a worm may harm a wounded tiger by bringing infection into an open wound. And the wounds of my people have been bleeding ever since Cruderach's demise. The spirits of my kin need a poultice, a hope, not the executioner's sword already poised to fall.
I have another
You
question.
may try.
Am I still unworthy of discussing your world and your kin?
I was kind of hoping we'd finally get that one done, but maybe not yet. Alright, we're finally caught up on everything. Now... Oh god. Oh, Jesus. No, no, you know what? I am going to save this for Sunday. I'm going to save this for Sunday. We will do another inventory management stream and try to figure out what the hell we can do with that. Because, God, I have too much shit. Too much shit. Let's just go. Okay, my weapons and stuff should be set up properly. I don't think there's anything that I really want. Yeah, fish and body glove. Still good. 62. No, fencing glove. There was it this one? No, because it's a power sword, not a force sword. Haven't really found many force swords, which is kind of aggravating for him because the basic force sword is really goddamn weak. Even with the psi rating bonus that he gives, it's really goddamn weak. As for you, the Desolation Blast Pistol is just a straight upgrade, so we'll be giving you one of those. And I don't think we have any other special ones. Those are knives. We can add those to cargo. Same with the swords. And the axe. Well, we can get rid of the stuff that I know we're not going to be using. I was having such high hopes for this, but frickin' Ulfar can't use it. Yeah. Stardy's Bolter, we already have that, so there's no point in having two. Heavy Stubber, don't need. This pattern autogun, we definitely don't need. Las pistols, we definitely don't need. Long las gun. Just gonna clear out the worst. So keep the Astartes combat knife, that is his. I don't know if starting equipment matters or anything to him. But we'll find out later. Adira, there was something. Oh, I see what that would be used for. You'd want that on a melee operative, because then they're always going to be using their exposed weakness ability pretty much from the get-go, which is going to help them dodge and parry immediately. Ah. I don't even remember if there was something that I wanted to give her or not. Same thing with pretty much everybody. There's just too much equipment right now. Oh.
2O Explosive _ is now aboard.
Oh, thank you very much, 2 Explosive. Welcome aboard, welcome aboard. We're just playing Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader right now, that's all. And, trying to do a little bit of inventory organization, but not spend too long on it, because I don't have too long today to stream. Just my usual 3 hours. Let's go ahead and get these guys situated real fast. Hey, Darkstar Nova Phoenix, good to see you. Doing good, doing good. As mentioned in my Twitter post, and I'll mention it again since there's some people here now, actually. This is Friday's stream. I had to move it up to Thursday because I have some IRL commitments that got switched around this week. So usually Thursdays are not a streaming day, but today, this week it's going to be so that I can move all my stuff to Friday. And then we will have a stream on Sunday as well. And then hopefully on Monday, it'll be Space Marine 2 time. We'll take a break from Rogue Trader for a little bit. What do I want to give Jay? Let's move quick here. Press of fire is decent. 12% more damage. Targets with less than 50% more. Yeah, that's usually a pretty good one. Doesn't need weapon skill. Agility is always good, though. I actually like the idea of turning her into a bit of a item-using specialist. This one. Oh. Way too many choices. All effects that reduce their MP. Gains toughness bonus divided by 2 MP. All resistance. 3% of the items armor bonus decent. Charges attack gain an additional over penetration. No. No. Was there one for grenades and items? I can't remember. There's, oh god, there's so many choices. Pinpoint accuracy. Protection under fire. Peak condition. No. Oh, I should be giving that to Cassia. No, not a melee attack. Priority target, deal 40% damage. These are the 2 cells around the character deal additional fellowship, more damage, and suffer toughness bonus, less damage. If multiple characters have this talent, this is not stacked. Any damage the character deals is increased by +1. No. I'm gonna get the, where is it? The one I saw. Yes, pinpoint accuracy. Still nothing. Jay's a harder one to make, and I'm not in the mood really to be constantly leveling up. Next range attack bonus increased by +1% for each cell between the target. Allies affected gain additional. That nope, nope. We'll just go with that. And then we will go ahead and grab commerce for her. Thank you. Affect an ally, the resolve is increased now. The ally also heals 1 student now. All allies have +20%. No. Momentum. Uses heroic act. Gains +5 fellowship when their ally uses a desperate measure. Gains +5 toughness. Use any consumable item. They gain stacks of tactical advantage. That's good. We'll go ahead and grab her ballistic skill. Then we will grab... what else? Melta? No. Plasma power. Solid projectile? No. No. Go ahead and grab... Want to actually get a move on. Let's check on our colonies. Whoa, what is this? Void beacons -1. Okay. We still can't do anything else. Weird. Janus. Mostly maxed out there. Did we want to do this one? Hold on. Yes. 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 We've got good efficiency here. We'll get some additional rep with the Drusians and grab the Eye of Joyous. Grab a Gamma. Nothing here. Dargonus. Good. Babos. What else we got? Nothing? Okay, so that's up to date. Now let's go talk. We need to talk about shipping. Sort by type. Oh my god, so many Xeno artifacts. Holy shit. Psyker's breastplate, that is... Reduces chance of triggering psychic phenomena by 10. If any psychic phenomena are parallel or manifest, the wearer gains an additional psi rating and +2 deflection if the wearer's build power is more than 50. So, oh, it's a heavy armor. Shit. I thought it was a medium for a second. Oh, god damn it. Well, we'll take it. Calibrated heavy stubber. Not really that good for me. Do we even have anything for the Imperial Navy? I can't even remember if we fought any naval battles before we went off to Commoragh. I guess we did. Yep. Not enough to level up, but still, I'll take it. Drusians. Boot grants the wearer a plus 15% dodge reduction bonus for all attacks. As Iconoclast, all allies gain 10 plus 2 times Iconoclast rank hit chance against enemies adjacent to the wearer. No, that's only good if I'm a melee user. Inferno Shot Pistol, once per combat, deals 10 to 14 damage with 40% armor penetration. Oh, they've unlocked. Oh, he does actually have helmets. I was actually kind of surprised about that. I'm surprised they've even given the Space Wolves proclivity. Time the wearer inflicts burning from flamers. The burning level is damaged. Well, that doesn't really help me any. The wearer's heavy weapon attacks deal 50% additional damage, but never critically hit. It doesn't help me either. Holy crap, I didn't realize there was so much. It's not a fire staff, though. Although, what does it do? 20 willpower and plus 10 for the ship. Okay, that's not bad. That is a standard bolter. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Increases rate of fire by Warhammer and Furious Recital. That could be really good. Sword grants the following effects based on the Conviction Dogmatic. Adherent ignores dodge of Xenos Demons and Psychers. Votary ignores deflection of Xenos Demons and Psychers. Fanatic ignores the armor of Xenos Demons. So yes, if you were going a full-blown melee dogmatic build, that is a very good weapon. Power armor proficiency. The wearer's attacks with heavy weapons cost 1 AP less. Dragon scale power armor required. Okay, so that would be for Pascal. Huh. Once per round, the wearer gains 2 AP and 2 MP on their current turn if they kill an enemy and gain plus 20 strength. Has 5 armor deflection, 80% armor. Hot damn. Okay. Ghost Town. Uses willpower for dodge tests instead of agility. Oh. Whenever they dodge an attack, they gain plus 1 psi rating until the end of their turn. Stacks. Holy shit. That could be good. Oh man, now I'm really gonna have to... First single attacks on an opening deal additional 20% of the target's maximum wounds and damage, and their Deadeye shots on an opening deals an additional 30%. Oh, okay. Power armor for... Yes, Skitarii Ranger armor. A medium gives base armor bonus of tech use divided by 10 and a minus 2 AP to reload cost. Oh, gains the Inferno. How is this one different? Gains 15 willpower? Not bad. 2 times strength bonus % parry and rerolls failed dodge tests. That's really good. There's a power axe. That's something we could find a way to get to. Oh man, there's now so many more options. What did the Casbolica get? Let me see here. Ooh. Voidsman armor, medium at 70%. Requires Iconoclast Zealot. Require immune to critical hits as long as nobody has been knocked prone and gets 15% additional armor against melee. Reduce the target's deflection by damage dealt. So that's pretty much a way to completely strip somebody of their deflection bonus, because you'll do more than enough damage with single shots to do that. Chaos Light Enforcer KR pace. Heretical Follower. Yep. Oh, it's a Drukhari helmet. Wearer suffers 35% less damage from area attacks. The first use of a grenade in a turn does not count towards the attack limit. Nice. Rise a pattern Astartes Chainsword. Wearer's attacks ignore target's cover efficiency. That would be... Because I gave Irlet the ability to use Drukhari equipment. That would actually be good on her. Inquisitor's Badge of Office. The wearer automatically passes any coercion test. I mean, yeah, that would do it. Jesus Christ. Two-handed Flamer. For each target hit by this flamer attack, the power of burning inflicted by the flamer attack is increased by +3 until end of combat. Very nice. The The second use of a Psyker Staff unique psychic power deals additional damage. We don't really use the staff that much. Nice. That is still my priority, so at least for right now, I want to drop off more Xeno artifacts with him. I have no idea if we're going to be anywhere close to getting where we want to be with this. Grab this. Until the end of the Navigator's next turn. This bonus stacks is prolonged until the Navigator's next turn every time it stacks. Allies gain Navigator's Perception bonus additional MP on their first turn. That's actually really good. Stormbolter, two-handed. I mean, if it's for Argenta, it should be two-handed. If it was for Ulfar, it should definitely be one-handed. Where a successful single target attacks inflicts stun on the target for 1 round if the target fails a willpower resistance test with a -5 penalty. Yep. Right, we want that for... Definitely want that for Cassia. And a heavy Xenos mesh. +2 deflection against non-human enemies. Not bad. We need 4 more levels. Oh, that might actually be beyond our reach. Or maybe not. Holy shit. Oh yeah, Kato, the Sisters of Battle are great. I'll take a look at that. Warp Surge Brooch, we want that. Bane of Sorrow, we'll see about that. And a Meso-Pattern Sniper Rifle. No, the Sisters of Battle are good. The Sisters of Battle have some good lore. The Sisters of Battle have some really cool overall lore. Just their entire shtick that they're one of the few things that the Imperium has added over its history. And also the fact that they managed to fight the Astartes and the Mechanicum to a standstill in the siege of the Imperial Palace. Or not the Imperial Palace, the Ecclesiastical Palace, I should say. But what the hell have you guys been getting then? Improved Heavy Bolter, Compensator Gloves. Weapon ignores recoil and rate of fire is ink. Oh my god, we need that for Argenta. Not wearing any armor at the start of combat, they gain 20 plus 4 times willpower bonus dodge. Wow, okay. Oh, that's 20 times willpower bonus dodge. So that would be... Willpower bonus right now on my main character is, I think, 12. So times 4, 48 plus 20 is... Yeah, that's not as good as I thought, but still not bad. Still not bad. Blade Clone Field. Whenever the wearer fails to parry an attack, they can reroll the parry test. If they dual wield melee weapons, they can reroll the parry test twice. Well, if I get that, that's going directly on Marazai because he's already got a lot of ways to do things with parry and dodging abilities. Anti-vehicle revolver. I'm sorry, what? Oh, that is glorious. Wearer gets the Medikit and Onslaught abilities, which reproduce the effects of the Medikit and Onslaught consumables, costing 0 AP. Each of these abilities can only be used once per combat. Makes sense. Oh, so that's specifically made for Marazai because he's the only one with the Cabal origin. 15% armor against ranged attacks, plus 2 MP, solid armor. Not bad, not bad. All warp damage increased by... Increase all skills by 10. I might just take that off of my character at some point. Oh, there's so many more choices now. This still only maxes out at 14. Interesting. But yeah, Kato, if you like the Sisters of Battle lore, you can find a couple of good videos of them on YouTube. I know that too. I don't know if all the lore channels have done it. I don't know if Luton, for example, has done a Sisters of Battle one yet, but overall, their lore is very good. They have one of the few, what is that band? It's a Russian metal band or something called HM Kids or whatever that actually did a song for the sisters that I think is really well done. They even used sound clips from Dawn of War Soulstorm, where the sisters were introduced into the Dawn of War games. It was quite good. We got that. Oh man, now I have so many choices. I have so many choices now as far as what I want to give to these people. I think the Mechanicus would actually be a better choice right now. So sort by type. We'll go ahead and give them some of our fuel. We'll give them the Heretic trophies because they want those. They love the Mechanicus creation. Well, yeah. We'll give them that. We'll give them the Mechanicus creations. Chip components and ranged weaponries. They don't want melee weapons. That's fine. We'll keep the holy gifts. I don't want this guy as an option. Keep the armor kits. Let's just go ahead and drop that. Slick body glove. Probably better for Cassia because she has shit tons of perception, so she can make good use of that. Then we're also going to take a look at the Fellowship. They want jewelry. No, I'd rather give the Casbalica the rest of those Xenos artifacts. Yeah. Glorious. Yeah, we're now getting into the point where I actually don't have the profit factor to afford all of this. So we're going to switch over. Drusians. You see here. Keep some fuel on hand, just in case. They can take the melee weaponry. They can take the uniform kit. They can take the armor kit too. And the provisions. Holy gifts, I want to keep at least 2. They can take the jewelry and the miscellaneous though. There we go. Got the med kits, force your carapace, all of that. There we go. Okay. Oh my god, we spent a whole hour just trying to get all of this shit back in. Sort by newest. There was some stuff I wanted to equip people with. Ulfar, you get the better bolt pistol. Yes. Rate of fire higher. Range is higher. Max ammo is higher. So it's basically an extended clip bolt pistol. Alright. Warp Surge Brooch. That's going on my character. We're just going to replace that. And then Vortex Pendant. That can go on... Ooh. Fellowship and Self-Intelligence in the Gain 10 Lore Imperium. Still not the worst. And her gaining willpower every time she casts an ability on an ally. Yeah, because it's any ability on any ally. So that's going to stack with everything. Slick Body Glove grants the wearer plus 20% dodge against enemies with perception lower than that of the wielder. Her perception is 75, which is pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and give her that. Oh, that actually looks quite nice on her. Heavy Xenos Mesh. Is that better than Abelard's current? No, it is not. No, it is not. It still isn't. My dude is still untouchable in this raggedy-ass gladiator mesh armor. Nothing I can do there. We'll check to see if this is better for Irlet. The Eye of Hecaton is still better. And I like her having the fusion gun as a backup because it's a close range weapon. So... Ooh, deals an additional 33% damage to Drakari enemies. Not bad. But that's still only like 6 damage, which I don't think makes it better than the Eye of Hecaton, so... Sorry. Red Crystal Staff. Devastating 12. The first attacking navigator power each turn costs 1 AP less. Ooh. And then the Warp Guide Staff gives her an additional 5 perception. Yep. This would give her 5 perception and 5 willpower. Navigator's perception bonus, additional MP. So that would give everybody 8 additional MP on their first turn. That's actually pretty... We'll try this for now. And if we end up not liking it, we'll switch over to the red crystal staff, which is even further better. Further better. That sounded stupid. Was there anything else? Direct damage by versatility stacks. Each enemy killed by the wearer's area attacks or decrease all incoming damage. No. No. Okay, I think that's enough for right now. That's enough for right now. Let's actually get some gameplay in and not just bouncing back and forth from menus all the day. Where even are we? Oh, we're on Janus. Okay. Okay, so open up the main map. Let's see how much has changed. Oh dear. Okay, we've got all sorts of things. We have almost no navigators in sight, which is unfortunate. Reach the system mentioned in Emelina's message. Go to the world of Quetzalcoatl. Oh boy. Stress signal, landing site. Oh god, there's so much to do. Ice World. Emperor's Miracle and the Caris Maleficium. The Siege of Euphrates 2, which is over here. Fall of Santiel's Pride. Interesting. I wonder what that is. Warning. Okay. And go to... Okay, we really need to... So those have finally updated. That's good. To determine the role of House von Valencius in the defense of the Chronos Expanse, Lord Cap must go to football meet with the Calcazar. Rumor has it that Caligos Winterscale does not even have the slightest concern about events in the Chronos Expanse. Now may be a good time for the head of von Valencius to pay a visit to his eminent peer. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 companion quests that we need to deal with. Rumors. Oh, okay. Hold on. People for plasteel, which we don't really need. Oh. Powerful governor of the orbital palace station of Weda Weda has been sentenced to death by Lord Inquisitor Calcazar. Now is a good time to send agents to his domain to partake in dividing the late governor's fortunes, such as his phlogiston mines on the planet Kryn. Or Kirn. 3 phlogiston for 3 profit factor is really not that good. Neither is that, no. Adamantine for mechanisms. We're good on both of those right now, though. Xenotech for weapons. Chemicals for plasteel. No, thank you. Weapons for provisions. None of these are really good, and none of them give me any money. Yeah, none of them do. In fact, most of them cost me money. I'd rather avoid that. Where should we start? Where should we start? Wait. Shouldn't, Yes, Dargonis to assess the situation on his court world. But part of me really wants to deal with Caligos first, because not only is he nearby... Yeah. Oh my god, we have so... I didn't realize that there were going to be so few systems unlocked at a time. I would have saved way more of my Navigator's Insight if I had known that was going to be the case, because now it feels like we are just massively low on all of that. Which is unfortunate. Alright. Nameless star then, so we need to go here, then here, then here.
Lord Captain, there is an emergency at the officer's deck.
Victus's voice is quaking slightly.
Numerous victims, loss of communication. Voidsmen report warp voices filling the compartments, but this is not a warp breach. This is the Xenos you took aboard at Janus. He has gone mad and has gone on a rampage. I have 2 fairly reliable witness accounts. According to one, the Xenos began to suddenly assault the crew members, gutting them seemingly at random. The other claims that there are survivors who barricaded themselves in the adjacent compartments. The enforcers managed to isolate the raving Xenos in a dead end, but they have been unable to pacify him so far. What are your orders? Such are the consequences of ill-considered actions born out of a lack of faith in the God Emperor's laws. I am ready to stop the accursed Xenos rampage personally and repay every life he has taken.
Why am I not surprised? Rogue Trader, we cannot bring back your subjects, but I will gladly aid you in disposing of the rabid creature before it mauls even more of them. The Vox channel relays a thin sigh full of realization and a bit of fright. Elantak, I know the reason behind Marazai's madness. Please, I must accompany you to the compartment. I will help you deal with the Dark One. Irolet, can you explain? Do you remember what happened during my first voyage aboard your ship? When I found myself beyond the veil, the servants of She Who Thirsts descended upon the fragile shell that is protecting your vessel from the outside horrors and managed to slip through. The soul of an Eldari shines like a beacon in the night, drawing the gaze of those who serve Cylon Thresh and stoking her thirst. The ways of Asurian kept us safe from her claws, but the Dark Ones never sought to restrain their desires for excess and pleasure, as well as for some protection against our eternal enemy. When the voices of She Who Thirsts called to me, I found refuge in meditation. I think Marazai started feeding his withering soul instead, using the only method he knew. Vent the officer's compartment into space. I suppose that's one way to get rid of it, as well as everyone else on the fucking deck. We're heading to the officer's deck immediately. The squad of enforcers who has blocked the Xenos in the dead-end corridor is waiting at the deck. I beg you to be careful, Lord Captain. May the God Emperor watch over you. Oh shit, we're taking the whole squad. That doesn't bode well. You know what? I'm fine with this right now. Abelard and Ulfar can form our front line. I hope we don't have to actually fight Marazai. That would be my luck. Marazai's build, the way I've got him, is a glass cannon. I have to fight him in a battle and he fucking just has like 1,000 health or some stupid shit. Wouldn't surprise me in the least. I did equip the warp brooch, right? No, I did not. Yes, I did. I'm an idiot. Okay.
I always keep my options
Wait
open.
a second. Hold on. Warrior gains a number of additional attacks equal to their psi rating, which is 4, right? Yes. Minoris, Majoris, Terminus, Extremis. Yep. Only way to get to 5. Oh, wow. Yeah, Marazai went on a fucking rampage. The body is covered in hundreds of cuts, none of which look deep enough to have ended the victim's suffering in a single blow. Yeah, they barricaded themselves, but I don't think it did much fucking good. Somebody open the door! Somebody open the door before he gets me! Oh, great. Now we're seeing visions, too. That's always good. I really should upgrade Abelard if he's going to probably be my party again for a lot of this. All damage suffered. Fellowship momentum? No. We'll just go with the cannot die. No. Indicator's first melee attack each round deals additional +2 damage for every cell between the character's current position and the spot where they started their turn. The distance is measured in a direct line, ignoring all terrain. Character immediately makes an additional melee attack against the closest enemy. They can target with the same weapon if possible. That's far better for ranged characters because you're going to be more reliable with that. We'll go with Destroyer. Be useful. Did the whole Rorschach prison scene from The Watchmen. I'm not stuck in here with you. Are you referring to Marazai? Or what we're encountering here? Or are you referring to the sisters at the Ecclesiastical Palace? Because you didn't say anything after mentioning the Sisters of Battle Lore, so I wasn't sure. Enemies suffering a -10% penalty with range attack. No. Gains 2 plus toughness bonus temporary wounds. When the warrior parries an attack. That's unlikely. Their damage deflection is increased by 1. No.
Melee attack against the target, the wearer gains a 2x toughness bonus plus 5 armor. No, it's all good. It's all good. Maybe try refreshing the... Did you try refreshing the stream? Sometimes that can help. No. No. Does not stack me. That would probably be the best choice. Yeah, that could be it too. Although it seems like we're on par right now because you're able to actually talk. I'm seeing your messages, and when I respond, you're typing in another one. So it seems like that's mostly working right now. Oh shit! Which one was I looking at? Fuck. No. No, not that one. Where was it? Must have been something else I was... Yeah, that was it. There we go. Okay. Grab athletics. Come on. Let's see. Distraction, no. Useful. Defensive stance now is a -10 penalty. Attacks opportunity grab the attacks no. Go with Beacon of Might. And we'll go with toughness. There's anything else that he really wants right now. You can grab characteristic training, I suppose. He doesn't use... well, he does use... shove? No. No, he doesn't. Tempted to grab power armor for him. I would think that would be good, but we don't have access to it yet. We'll go ahead and grab... we already grabbed weapon skill. We'll grab strength. Pretty sure there's nothing I want to equip him with. Not right now. Again, yeah, I'm just gonna have to save this for Sunday's stream, and when I have more time to just go through and reorganize all of this again. So much loot. So much loot. Mars pattern plasma gun. Is that actually... wow, that's a lot more damage, but that one still never overheats. That's another one we're gonna have to look into. Why is this tech priest carrying around possessed demon engine hearts? Who let him into this cargo bay? The maimed, bloodied body looks like a broken marionette lying in an unnatural position. Nothing? Nothing? Okay. Keep moving. Got here. The corpse is missing its eyes, its face horribly mutilated. Okay, those are all blocked off. I was worried for a second I was missing things. Oh.
Lord Captain, God Emperor be with you, and with all of us too.
The Enforcer can barely suppress the tremors running through his body.
Only you can deal with this spawn. Permission to report. Sorry, Your Lordship. It started a few watches after the translation. Well, actually, they say this associate of yours has been acting strangely even before that. It's as if he started hearing things. He was swiveling back and forth, barked something in his Xenos tongue, then he grabbed his blade, he sliced his own hand open. His own hand. Then he just howled and started lunging at people.
It is the voice of she who thirsts. Irlet turns pale. He heard their call. Any of our kind who find themselves beyond the veil become tempting prey for the Cylon Thresh, and your technology that protects the ship from her baleful influence cannot drown out the sound of her maddening voice.
Please tell me I'm not the only one seeing that. The officer looks behind you, glances around the deck, then turns to you with an alarmed expression.
See who, Your Lordship? To whom are you referring, Lord Captain?
Oh, that is great. Just great. Maybe that's because I'm a psyker, or maybe it's something else. Where is Marazine now? Who? Oh, the Xenos. He's holed up in there. He nods at the barricaded gate. He corralled a number of crewmen in there like groxes to a slaughterhouse. All we heard for a while was screaming. And we couldn't save them, so we just locked him all up so he couldn't crawl out. So unless he finds a crack to squeeze through, the prospect of having a rabid Xenos crawling around inside of our bulkhead makes my heart sink. No, we shall drag him out and either put him to chain, or forgive my bluntness, Lord Captain, we swat him down and forget he ever existed. No, Abelard, I understand why you're saying that. Believe me, I do. Believe me, I do. Who were the victims of this massacre? It was anyone who could get his hands on, your lordship. A couple of the officers, a few of the serfs, at least one technomat. He even tore apart a servitor, though that didn't last long, he just tore the head off. The rest of them, though, Xenos scum tortured the life out of them. You see the color draining from the officer's face. I've heard enough. I'm taking charge here. We'll unblock the barricade, your lordship. If only there was a way to flush the fiend out without going in. He stops and pales a bit more. Thrones mercy, I completely forgot. The technomat, he turned on some of the security systems right before he bled out, and we figured if the Xenos thinks about showing his face, those systems will get him. The point is, we should go with your lordship, with your permission. It just wouldn't be right for the Lord Captain to go in there alone. God help us all. The officer tries his best to speak calmly, but his voice is quivering. The thought of going inside the compartment that has become a death trap fills him with dread bordering on panic.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Who is this? The ruler of this vessel, master of this lost child. Come closer, let me get a good look at you.
Oh boy, great. There's a demonette aboard, and we're gonna have to deal with that.
I can hear the beating of his heart, the roaring blood in his veins, the fear in his black soul.
Oh boy, we're gonna be getting a bunch of melodramatic bullshit, aren't we? Advanced medkit, master surgeon gloves. Each time this wearer uses a medkit, it provides an additional intelligence bonus plus agility bonus temporary wounds. Not bad. Oh shit. Who's got the best demolition score? I think it's Ulfar. Yes, it's Ulfar.
Whose innards need take leave of their gut.
When the time comes for me to step into this world, he will be waiting for me.
I forge a path through the sagas.
Are you... seriously?
What is that?
Okay. Fucking hell, what the heck did they... Okay, well... Jesus Christ. I should have brought Argenta, apparently.
I cross for my sharp senses.
Okay, disarm that one.
Was that supposed to be a challenge? Centuries of service and practice.
Disarm that one.
A space wolf
And then we disarm that one. Thank you, Ulfar. Okay, and there's a box over here we can grab. There we go, there we go. Some dudes on the barricade. You guys set up shop here. Let's open the door. Marzai. Marzai, you crazy bastard. We need to talk. You've got a demonette trying to pop up into the world through your brain.
I have come because the prince wills it. The souls of all his progenitors belong to him alone. None will escape his embrace.
Ah, yes.
To the top, or get left in the dust.
Go. Damn, these things have been given a lot of experience. Holy shit. I mean, I'm not complaining. But it's kind of weird that we went from demolition traps that give like 10 experience to demolition traps that give almost 200. Oh, he's already fucking succumbing. Oh, hold on, let me stretch. Oh, there we go. Marazai jerks his head up as you appear. His already gaunt face is tightly wrapped in pale gray, parchment-like skin, teeth bared feverishly. His dark eyes have turned into two pitch-black mirrors that would show your reflection clearly if you were to gaze into them. He opens his mouth, but instead of words, an unnatural rasping hiss comes out. If this creature ever possessed intelligence, there is currently no sign of it left.
At last.
The resonant voice that has followed you on your journey through the deck sounds like it's coming from every direction, chilling you to the bone.
At last we meet, poor child. Look at him, mortal. Look at how he yearns to return to the one whose caress his kind rejects so stubbornly. Come, child, follow my voice, and the prince will grant you all the bliss and torment in this universe.
Irilet exclaims something in the Eldari language, and the elucidator fails to process her rapid and elaborate speech. Without waiting for Marjai's response, she turns to you.
My dark kin has lost himself in the fight against the pull of she who thirsts. Please, allow me, Alantak. However great our differences are, however dissolute and depraved the dark ways might be, I cannot blind my eyes and let Silent Thresh take him.
The warp spawn laughs musically.
Sooner or later, all of his kind shall step into my embrace. The prince is patient. The prince knows that every Eldari soul is already his.
The demonet's voice suddenly forces itself into your mind.
But if you let me get close to the lost child, if you lull him into letting his guard down, we will reward you, Sovani de Ferenze von Valencius. The soul of this pathetic Xenos is a small price to pay for the blessings that come with my master's favor.
Let me try to bring him to his senses. Drukhari stares at you without blinking, teeth bared, his frenzied expression frozen like a mask. You hear him hiss again, this time lower, angrier than before. This unit has received a sign from the Omnissiah. Pascal points at the metal platform beneath Marazai's feet. The transfer plate upon which the Xenos has so short-sightedly made his lair can be reconfigured to send a short discharge of the motive force. This unit could use it to impart a modicum of reason to this crazed creature. Oh, Jesus, push one of the enforcers forward. Look, Marzai, I brought you so... Oh, God. Marzai, can you hear me? Drakon of the Howling Tempest, let's talk. Your confident voice reverberates through the metal room. The Drukhari blinks, then blinks again. The mirror-like surface of his eyes seems to ripple as if something else is beginning to surface, apart from the soulless reflection. Something vaguely resembling conscious awareness. How many disjunctions did you survive in Commoragh, Marazai? You know as well as I the warp is powerless so long as you refuse to let it take hold of you. You claim to be a master of torture? Well, master yourself, damn it. Your words appear to have reached Marazai's mind. He begins to shake his head, closes his eyes. Then you watch as he takes a deep breath, and his shoulders relax ever so slightly. The laughing in your head turns feral.
Why are you confusing and tricking the lost child? The end is decided. The end is inevitable.
Was all that talk of the great Eldari race, of the mighty Eldari Empire? Where is it? If only you could see yourself now, you worthless, quivering beast. A mirage was all it took for you to soil yourself. Marazai blinks, his eyes reigniting with a familiar look of fury and wounded pride.
I will rip out your tongue and make you swallow it piece by piece, along with your own teeth.
The air behind Marazai ripples, and you watch as the daemon, its faintly visible silhouette, bleeds out of thin air. The horrible mouth is sneering triumphantly. The large pincer is rising higher and higher. Marazai, behind you! The demonette brings her piercer down on Marazai's head and is clanged aside by his raised blade. Marazai crouches and shoves the shrieking warp entity away from himself.
No, no, you are mine, Marazai. You are mine.
Oh boy, we get to kill a bunch of demonettes.
I will exterminate every
Alright. Oh, and of course the deck enforcers immediately got fucking mind screwed. God damn it, game. That's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's not fine, I'm kind of aggravated by it. Whatever, can you take up... There we go, that'll be perfect for you, Gira. Let's go ahead and slot you back there. We'll go ahead and take up a... Actually, we'll stay near the center, that's fine. Ulfar, if you'd be so kind as to hold on with them. Abelard, you can actually stay right about there. That'll be fine. Alright. Now, hold on a second. Let me reread what that thing says exactly. In the first round of combat, the wearer gains a number of additional attacks equal to their psi rating. Okay. So if that's the case, I'm going to go ahead and throw... Well, we'll throw the buffs on my character regardless, because he'll be still having those later. There we go. Next... we're going to... Point of Curiosity... No, not that one. Point of Curiosity. What the hell? What is it doing? So... No. That's aggravating. I don't like that it's not quite... It's almost enough, but it's not quite enough. Shit. Oh! If we do it there. Perfect.
If you insist.
Oh, shit. Okay, that's not good. Regardless. Now we're going to go ahead and... actually we can. We'll go ahead and do the Warp Curse on the Artisan of Pain to increase the damage on her. Then we will give Abelard...
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Abelard, if you'd be so kind as to... Oh, wait, no, hold on. No, go away. Thunderslam? Or shove? Can we add anything to his damage? No. Alright, smack him. Thank you kindly, Abelard. And then, you know what? We're actually going to use Brace for Impact, which will allow my character to try and get the hell out. Aha! Nice try. And then Pascal's actually fine where he is. And Ulfar, I want you to move right here so you're nice and close. And he's got nothing else. Cassia's got nothing else. Yep, Manifestation of Pain. Wow, straight up missed. Not even a parry or a dodge, just straight up missed. Arzai, what are you doing? Oh, somehow that set them on fire. How did that happen? Okay, I mean, I'll take it. Do we want to start on the Artisan of Pain? We'll start on the Aesthetic Demonite because she's already got an opening on that side, so... Go ahead and mark him.
I understand your intent.
Go ahead and do this. Go ahead and do this. Then we're going to... Take him out. Almost dead. Very nice. Go ahead and Death's Whisper. Very good. He should bleed to death on the next turn then. Yep, that moved the opening, so that was confirmed. I think we'll go for the throat. Okay, I don't know why you went behind her, but alright, fine, whatever. Then we're gonna kick. Thank you. Then we're going to swing. Good damage, good damage. Then we're gonna open fire. Damn, missed. Anything else we got? Nope, he's already at 7 stacks of versatility. That is so nice. Just look at that. That is beautiful. Nothing else he can do. Yep. Oh, Cloud Mind. What does that do? Succeeded on the Willness check, succeeded on the Toughness check, and now it's my turn. So we're gonna set you on fire. And then we're gonna set you... Oh, not that one. Shit, that was a waste. That was a waste. Set you on fire. Set you on fire. Okay, that killed that one. And then... Inflame. Dead. Dead. All of them are taking extra damage. Very nice. And we got an extra attack out of it. So we're going to go ahead and... yeah, we can't do that. Could do Firestorm, but that'll hit Ulfar. And we'd rather not do that if we can avoid it. Kill him. Oh, she's the one that goes next. Sure. Yep. And burnt to death. How is that guy not dead? He has 1 health left. Oh, is this like something where he won't die? I don't know. Abelard, if you would please. And then go ahead and smash him. Yeah, he just won't die. I'm confused. Okay, whatever. Nothing else we can do there. Pascal. Go ahead and mark the Artisan of Pain. Go ahead. Perfect spot. Go. Open fire. You missed and hit Ulfar. What the fuck? You missed him. Okay, at least she... Whatever. At least he hit him. At least he hit him. I'm just gonna shut up. At least he hit him. You know what? Let's go ahead and boost Ulfar.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Then we will... we'll hold off on that. We'll go ahead and give him an extra turn.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Yeah, Pascal does good damage when he hits, but he really seems to like missing a lot, unfortunately, Kato. When he hits, he's great. When he doesn't hit, he's aggravating as shit. Go ahead and slice them both. Perfect. Now, let me take a sip. Marazai turns to you, looking the same as ever, with the expectation that you can see grayish... Oh, sorry, with the exception that you can see grayish-blue veins through his parchment-thin skin, and something resembling terror in his eyes. Have we tried turning him off and turning him back on again? Well, you see, the problem is, it took us a while to convince Nomos not to do that, because he was trying to do that to the Technomats, and it kept killing them, so I'd rather not set a bad example for what might be a burgeoning AI by trying to turn off and then turn on a Tech Priest. Also, that sounds wrong. Indeed, saying turn off and then turn on a Tech Priest just sounds like something that Tech Priests like Magos Biologists do before they're doing when they're doing foreplay.
They're gone, Savani. Gone, but still lurking at the threshold. Keeping watch. I hear their whispers. How do you Monkai bear them for days and days on end?
You hear genuine confusion in his voice.
You will hear these whispers every time the Void Vessel travels beyond the Veil. Learn to accept this, find an anchor for such times, or lose yourself again.
Marazai scoffs.
An anchor, Asayani? That is for those who seek to delude themselves with false limitations. As long as I have victims in plentiful supply, Mara and I will not let Cylon Thresh claim me.
Marazai, are you sure you've regained your senses?
I never...
Marazai gnashes his teeth.
I forgot myself for a moment. Nothing more.
Your presence continues to cause me a great deal of grief, Xenos. Marazai's voice turns into a furious hissing.
Your kind step beyond the veil with nothing but your crude technology and prayers to a deaf god, and you expect those such as I to rely on such paltry protection from the terrors of she who thirsts?
Sounds like a bit of a skill issue there, Marazai. Mr. The Eldari are superior to anyone and everything. Sounds like a serious skill issue, if you ask me. Just saying. One of the enforcers let his emotions get the better of him. For throne's sake, Lord Captain, why are you even listening? The Xeno's worse than a wild beast. How can a ship sail in the God Emperor's light allows one of his enemies to act like he's the master here? Marazai looks at the man hungrily.
The living meat that serves you talks far too much. They would make for excellent playthings.
He looks straight at you.
I need strength in order to suffer through your oafish voyage beyond the veil. If I don't obtain a source of such sustenance, Cylon Thresh shall keep testing my limits.
Lord Captain, the officer has a point. Abelard glowers at Marazai. If things continue like this, we may very well have a mutiny on our hands. A massacre on every warp jump, as if we don't have enough troubles to deal with on days like this. To be fair, Abelard, I've kept track of the various events that happen when we travel through the warp. The only difference is that this massacre would actually have a point compared to the 2 to 3 dozen people that we lose pretty much every time we make a warp jump. Like, now, if this was in place of that, it might actually be worthwhile. But having it on top of that, I will admit, would be a problem.
Marazai,
I forbid you from moving about the ship unsupervised, and from here on out you'll be kept under lock and key during the warp jumps. I suggest you find a way to make yourself more resilient, and that you embrace your supposed Eldari superiority in proving that you're capable of handling it. The choice is yours, and the alternative is death. Marazai freezes. You meet his enraged gaze, filled with the promise of torture, agony. But then you almost see something inside him give, forcing him to incline his head. Let it be as you say, Lord Trader. The officer cannot suppress a relief sigh. Well, that's something at least. Thank you, your lordship.
I always keep my options open.
What is this? Just some basic cargo. Shame. I was hoping... Wait a second. Did I... For some reason, I thought I saw a debuff on here somewhere. But I guess I was wrong. Weird. Alright. We good? Oh, no. There's one more. Arch Strategist Visor. Except the only Arch Strategist I have doesn't really give a shit about using any of that. So, alright, let's go. Come on, everybody. Oh, great. More visions. Well, I feel kind of bad. We're almost 2 hours into the stream, and I really have not made much progress. I was hoping to get a bit further along. We will still have Sunday, though, and I'll try to make sure that we get as much done on Sunday as possible, considering we'll be taking a break to do Space Marine 2 after that for a few days. Although, admittedly, while I haven't seen any of the other streams that people have been doing, because I know a lot of streamers have been getting early access and stuff like that, as well as the pre-order people, I'm very happy with what I've seen, and a lot of the preliminary reviews are coming out really good for Space Marine 2, so I can't wait for that. I'm just here for the sweet voice acting. Well, thank you, Kato. I try. No, the story's quite good, and honestly, I like that now that we're back from Commoragh, kind of everything is on fire. Like, everything has gone to shit while we were gone. Do we need plasteel? We don't need plasteel. Let's go over here. Travel the Langren's Belt. I guess we'll drop in system. Oh my god, there's gonna be so many events, aren't there? Lord Captain, we have visitors on the bridge seeking an audience. Your presence is required. We'll be doing the actual story co-op. I will be doing the story to start. I don't really have anybody that I can do the co-op missions with, so unless there's like a drop-in, drop-out system to do those, we will for sure be doing the entire story. And from what I've seen, there was... Oh, who was it who was mentioning it? Bricky. Bricky, who, he's done Warhammer videos in the past. A lot of Warhammer videos. He did a non-spoiler little preliminary look, since he had early access. And he mentioned that the main story is about 8 hours, but that there are side missions he didn't do. So hopefully we can get 3 or 4 days worth of streaming out of that. That'll give us a nice week, maybe week and a half break from Rogue Trader. We can do Space Marine 2 for that. If I want to do the co-op missions and they look interesting, I'll see about doing that. And then maybe going forward, we can intersperse that with Rogue Trader. Maybe I'll do like 3 Rogue Trader streams, and then I'll do a Space Marine 2 stream and do some of the co-op missions or something like that. We'll figure that out once it comes out. And as I did state, I do not pre-order my video games, so I'm biting the bullet, and I know a lot of people are playing it, and a lot of people are having fun with it, but I'm not pre-ordering it. I'm not doing any of that. I'm glad that this appears to be a case where this is a game where the pre-order actually seems to be worth it. However, pre-ordering is still encouraging some of the worst aspects of the video game, like financial side of the industry. So I've just come down on not doing it. Again, very glad that the game looks to be as good as we were hoping, but still not going to pre-order. I will purchase it on the 9th and have it bought. What's your chapter gonna be? Dark Angels. Dark Angels. My homebrew successor chapter that I play on the tabletop is a Dark Angels successor chapter. I absolutely will be playing Dark Angels. Repent for tomorrow you die, motherfucker. The lion has returned.
Indeed. Sorry. Yes, we have visitors. Wait, how do we have visitors? Who the hell just parked themselves on our ship? Did we have stowaways or something? Oh, I see. You're a Salamander fan, Kato. That's a good choice. Whoa, this isn't visitors. What the hell? This is an entire group. What the fuck did I miss? How did you all get on the bridge without me noticing? Okay, he's making the sign of the Aquila. We've got a bunch of other people. What's going on here? Your lordship. The high factotum bows low. Every few moments, Danrock brings a perfumed cloth to his face, but his expression remains obsequious. Members of your crew have made a request to allow them to proclaim the most profound devotion to the Lord Captain. Personally. Come forward, young man. A man in a worn uniform bows awkwardly. Your Highness, gracious Lord Captain, please let me speak on behalf of the whole crew and everyone and express our gratitude to you, officially, so to speak. The kind of leader you are and the way you've been treating us is known in every corner of the expanse from Footfall to the poorest, dirtiest, and most unremarkable planet. All praise your dedication to the human spirit and to the goodwill of the Imperium. Everyone would like to serve under your command. There's no end to the volunteers who sign up from the Protectorate. So the other day, when we were clearing out an abandoned sector for some new living quarters for the next crew shift, we found a forgotten vault in the bilge of the ship, right beneath our feet. It turned out the vault had some centuries-old weapons in it, and they look a bit odd, but we're sure they're powerful. One of the good prep priests helped with the assembly and consecration of the weapons, that you might strike down your enemies with even greater might. Your lordship, apart from the weapons, the crew has sent one more find to the bridge as a token of its eternal gratitude. A most ancient mechanism, which our tech priests have dubbed the Celestium Observatorum. Alas, its machine spirit refused to heed their rites, which makes the device more symbolic and aesthetic than practical. Do you wish to see it? Of course. Bring it forth. Is that a giant sextant? I can't tell. It won't let me turn the camera. Hold on. Huh. It is some kind of... I think. The Celestium Observatorum looms over the deck. While the spirit of this ancient mechanism has gone silent forever, the words intricately described on its frame can still serve as a source of resolve. A keen gaze sunders the darkness, abloom with deceit, and reduces all corruption to ash. Huh. Interesting. Also, what weapons did they... Mars pattern, Meso pattern, Storm bolter. No, so they didn't give me any actual weapons, unless it was like ship weapons, which I suppose is possible. I guess. Yeah, there's nothing else here. Okay, at least guys. Well, I guess that was our reward for being iconoclast, because everybody's like, yeah, we know that you occasionally have like a dozen people on your ship die randomly for no reason through the warp jumps and shit, but hey, this is still a pretty sweet gig, all things considered, and everybody's willing to sign on. No, it wasn't those either. Weird. Why can I not... Hold on. Why won't it let me restore my health? Oh, right. We wanted to visit this because this is the only system within that area. So there should be... Oh, pirates. All right, all right. Unidentified beacon. We've done that. Plasteel. Don't need that. Plundered void station. Wait, what? Have we been there? This game does not do a very good job of telling you if you've been somewhere or not. A chase is ensuing behind the stained glass windows of the bridge. Several pirate raiders are attempting to catch up with a cruiser, fruitlessly firing salvos at it from their macro cannons. The officers of the Augur crew report they're chasing the elusive Contempt. It's a legendary pirate flagship that's been plundering cargo around the expanse for several hundred years, masterfully evading patrols and escaping unpunished with the loot. Shelby, the proto-speculator, the elusive Contempt's captain, addresses you via Vox. In a cheerful, almost affectionate voice, he thanks you for the high-grade resources mined by the Von Valencia's extractiums, and also for your invaluable assistance in his escape. As soon as Shelby finishes his speech, the elusive Contempt swiftly enters the warp, and a powerful salvo intended for his vessel explodes against your void ship shields instead. Oh, they dare attack me. Prepare for battle. Son of a bitch managed to trick his enemies into attacking me. Well, guess what? They get to die, and then I'll find you and kill you too, buddy.
All hands, prepare for battle stations.
What have we got? Oh. Oh, so he hasn't actually run yet. Oh my god. Also, that model is gorgeous. That model is gorgeous. Can I... Evasion, hit chance, critical hit chance. He has 250. He's got 2 sets of macro batteries on each side and a Godsbane Lands weapon on the front. Oh. Oh, shit. The game took off all of my... Oh, fuck. Hold on. Can we... Shit. Hold on. No. We're reloading. I didn't realize it took all of my frickin' crew off of their stations because we were in Commoragh. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? Son of a bitch. Yes. Master Cannoneer. You. Field Master. You. And Abelard. There we go. Okay. And Master of Etherics. Oh, no, wait. Hold on. 147 versus 122. Okay, we'll do her there and then her there. There we go. I think we're good? I think we're good. Okay. Jesus, I didn't realize it took all of my people off of their posts. Yes. We already read this. They attack me. They're trying to run.
Time to earn your keep, crew.
Okay. So yes, elusive content, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Viper class destroyers. Surely, since they were attacking this thing to begin with, they're not all just going to suddenly beeline for me, right? Right? I certainly hope so. Okay, how do we want to do this? We bring ourselves here. He will be in range of that, and that, and that. So we're going to start with that. Then we're going to pop out the torpedoes on this side. Open fire. Oh yeah, it's going to take a while to wear down those shields.
Fire at will.
Open fire. Then we're going to... Yes, we're going to bring ourselves alongside. Open fire. And then we're going to... Slides a short distance to one side. No, we don't want that. There's no point in doing that.
Coordinate set.
Okay. And turn. Alright, that at least takes him out of... Holy shit, he can book it. Holy crap. Wait, is he just literally running? Are you serious? They're all attacking... They're all going to attack me, aren't they? I'm going to be so pissed if that's the case. Are you kidding me? You guys were literally shooting at him a second ago, and now you're all like, oh, well, you showed up, so now we're gonna attack you. Clear this guy out of my way. How did... Wait, did he just... He's already gone. He's already gone, isn't he? Oh my god. We need to find him. Now he's pissed me off. Okay, we want to swing wide this way to get in under where their torpedoes can hit. That means we're going to want a new heading. No. We don't want that, actually. Shit, that actually made it worse. Okay, hold on. We're going to move here.
Helmsman, take us in.
Bring us in. Open fire. Good damage. Don't let them escape. And then we're going to bring ourselves alongside.
All hands prepare for acceleration.
And open fire.
Cannons, open fire.
And disintegrated. Very nice. Bring us around. And that'll be it. Yep, those go. They miss. Yep, he's going to move up this way and fire his torpedoes. Yep, that's what they do. That's what they always do. Our escort might be in serious trouble. Oh, he just barely got past them, but he's probably still going to get hit by those. Okay. Okay, if we do new heading... Yes, we'll do new heading again. Then bring me around. Shit, if I do that... Well, actually... That might actually work. That's not going to have the distance, I don't think. We go here. No, we don't want that. Shit. What about here? No. God damn, are you kidding me? No matter which direction we go, it's still going to result in us not being quite in range for 2 weapons. Shit. That's aggravating. Fine. Just bring us along. There we go. All the way around. Open fire. Good damage. Good damage. Go ahead and deploy the torpedoes. And then we're going to use our warp wave and force that into a different direction, which should make it so that it can't hit us. Very nice. Very nice. Can't do anything else with our weapons. End turn. Those things go off and they explode. Those things go off and they explode. Those things go off and they explode. Those try to turn around and can't. So we don't have to worry about those. Those also weren't able to turn around in time. Very nice. Yeah, our escort's taking a pounding. Assholes. Wish that the torpedoes did not go on their own, but whatever. There's not much I can do. Really? Oh, god damn it. Fine, just blow them up. Bastards. I don't want to do this. Open fire on him. Destroyed. Then I want you to... If I swing wide on a new heading... Can't quite get there yet. Hold on. Let's move here. Here. They still won't be able to hit us if we do that. I can hit him there. But I can't hit him there. Yes, there. Okay. Tight turn, tight turn. Open fire. Good damage. We're gonna open fire on you. Good. Then open fire on you. And turn. Oh. We're gonna want to go... Shit. No, that'll leave me... Any of these will leave me vulnerable to the torpedoes, so I'm gonna have to go this way.
Take us in.
And now enter. Yep, those zip off and explode. Those zip off and explode. Oh, you tried, buddy. If we go here... Yes. Alright. Fire at will. That's taken care of, and we even managed to save our escort from dying. Ah. Oh, that was a lot of Void Pirate trophies. Very nice. Plenty of scrap, too. I don't remember at all if I've been there. I'm just going to assume that I have. Because I remember being at this system a long time ago. Okay, so we picked that. Why is that still here? The homunculized prism. What? Oh, right! Because we found that probe. Oh, hold on. So that's why there was a Drukhari outpost here. I was wondering, because it seems strange for the Drukhari to have an outpost in the first place. This is only that I define. Yes. What? Game. What the fuck? There we go. It's the same thing over and over again. The ship approaches close enough to the planet. The strange artifact from the homunculized laboratory activates. Trying to receive an incoming signal from the planet's surface, the black faces of the prism have started to emit a pulsating lilac light. The auger team reports that the source of the signal is a small beacon which cannot be studied from orbit. A group of living organisms detected around the beacon. Send a scout team. A disgusting sight unfolds before the scouts. In a sinister, high-fenced enclosure, hideous mutants crawl and writhe. Hundreds of ugly beasts, their shapes vaguely reminiscent of humans, squirm on several pairs of deformed arms and legs. Incapable of attacking or doing much of anything else beyond crawling in the dirt, the creatures are riven with endless pain which seems to feed the Drukhari beacon at the very center of the pen. A pulsating lilac light flows from the beacon. Activate the beacon, see what happens. The activated beacon on the planet emits a thin lilac beam, sending out a signal which is probably intercepted by the artifact on board. The prism unfolds into many small petals and shows a holographic image of a certain planet and corresponding coordinates. This... I feel like something is off about all of this. Bring the beacon aboard the ship. In response to the beacon's attempted removal, the collars and chains binding the mutants together suddenly activate, emitting a series of destructive impulses that slowly inflate and explode the beast one after the other. In nightmarish agony, writhing and shrieking from unbearable pain, the homunculized victims are finally granted their death and long-awaited freedom. Well, it's not the ideal outcome, but it was better than nothing. What? Again? There's still more? What am I missing? The ship's finest minds so anyone trying to understand the purpose of the bizarre phenomena found in Commoragh. The researchers are lucky to activate the object only once. Unfurling an array of petals that produce holographic images of coordinates of an ice planet, Langren's Belt, which we've been to. Okay, we'll come back to it. I would like to actually make a little bit of actual progress today, please. Lord Captain, urgent message. Enforcers have arrested a dangerous saboteur who attempted to gain entry onto the bridge. This incident may be worth your attention. Both the saboteur and the circumstances of his capture are rather strange. You cannot tell if Vigdis sounds baffled or worried. I think it would be reasonable for Magos Pascal to take a look at him as well. What is so unusual about the saboteur and the way he was captured? The thing is, Lord Captain, the saboteur is most definitely a tech priest. He found his way aboard the ship, but penetrated all our security systems with staggering ease. Both his ability to communicate with machine spirits and combat potential of his augmentations are extraordinary. Nevertheless, the enforcers managed to subdue him. During the arrest, the intruder offered no resistance at all. Instead, he asked for an audience with the great machine spirit. When he realized that the enforcers had no idea what he was talking about, he asked to meet with you. I considered it necessary to appraise you of the situation. Infiltration of rogue trader ship operated by authorized engineers cast doubt on my tech comrade's stability. If he is indeed tech comrade, that is. Regardless, I request permission to communicate with the captive. Very well, we'll speak with him. Understood, Lord Captain. The saboteur will be brought before you. Is it really a saboteur if we don't even have any fucking clue what he's doing here? Well, let's see what we can do. I love how Act 3 was a pretty straightforward just go through Commoragh, and now we're in Act 4 and it's just everything is on fire all over the galaxy. Everything needs your attention right now. The group of servitors whose movements are suspiciously... He was just there to change all the clocks and steal everyone's left shoe. He made sure to overly tighten and overly loosen every third and fourth bolt respectively on every bulkhead he passed. Just to trigger every single tech priest who has to work in their areas from now on. It'll take them years to find all the bolts he moved slightly. The group of servitors whose movements are suspiciously well synchronized stares at the towering prisoner. You do not need to hear them speak to recognize Nomos, who has seen fit to attend the interrogation. The captured man, if it can be called that, looks positively gigantic next to the enforcers at his side. Deadly-looking metal gleams dimly beneath his faded crimson robes, his hands folded obediently, his mechadendrites perfectly still. I greet the master of this vessel cathedral and offer my humble apologies for unbidden intrusion. My apologies to you as well, brother. The interloper inclines his head in the direction of the frowning Pascal. Then the prisoner turns slightly, looking directly at the Nomos servitors observing. And of course, I beg forgiveness from you, Great Spirit. It was not my intent to desecrate your temple. Before I accept your apologies, I would ask that you tell me who you are and why you infiltrated my ship. My name, if it matters, is Asclepius, formerly Computator General of the Cognizance Fleet, now a Liber Recluse from the status of Malatech. Malatechs are exiles whose ideas have not yet crossed the line of heresy, but have come too close. They are removed from the fleet structure to give them a chance to see the folly of their ways, and to prevent sedition from spreading. Pascal's voice sounds unusually alarmed. All of that is trivial. My part is nothing but a set of archived data. My lost status is a part replacement string in a long chronicle of the Cognizance Fleet. I come not as a messenger of the priesthood, but as a faithful disciple of the most holy Amanat. My brother once served as the Engineer Prime on this ship. Asclepius gestures around him reverently. He was an adherent of the school of discontinuing the cycle, as am I. It has spread that far. It is difficult to discern Pascal's emotions from his tone. I know that my brother perished, but before he did, he sent me a message that told of a journey embarked upon by Theodora von Valentius, your predecessor. A journey through a dimensional gate, an artifact more ancient than humanity itself, to worlds unknown, and that the blessed Amanat was with her. There upon those dark worlds he witnessed a great miracle, the birth of a machine spirit of uncalculable might. My brother believed that this spirit then fell aslumber within the ship, like a child in its cradle, not responding to the lowly pleas of us. That was the purpose of my pilgrimage, to reach the ship where my brother died, the ship upon whose deck the blessed Amanat had walked and prostrated myself before the Great Spirit. Amanat is Pascal's mentor. He's been showing up a lot in the quests and dialogue related to Pascal. He was Pascal's mentor. He was a really big name in the Cognizance Fleet, and then he started having, we'll call them unique ideas, basically saying that ignorance itself is an enemy that must be defeated by the Mechanicum, and thus seeking out new knowledge and using it is better than just hoarding it to themselves, which of course caused a lot of issues amongst the more orthodox members of Mechanicum. Pascal has guilt because he turned his mentor over trying to stop a civil war, but now he's starting to have second guessing. He's second guessing himself because he's realizing how popular Amanat's ideas were and how common they were among both more orthodox text priests and more unorthodox text priests. And he's kind of having to come to terms with that. You're saying that the blessed Amanat traveled on this ship? Yes, he did. My brother's words on this were clear. Many years ago, Amanat was part of the rogue trader Theodora's inner circle before their ways parted. Can you tell me anything else about Theodora's journey? My knowledge of it is scarce. My brother suspected that his memory, along with the memory of all who might know the details, had been purposely modified. He saw it as a sign that the journey had revealed a great truth, and there were those who did not wish to see that truth brought to light. All that he conveyed to me was that Theodora had reached worlds unlike any the people of the Expanse had seen. There she unearthed a great treasure of technology, one that Amanat had the great privilege of experiencing. And what do you know of this great spirit? It is a miracle. The omniscience breath meant to keep her helped us discontinue the cycle. It was born of the treasure that Amanat and Theodora discovered upon those worlds. Yet even a being so glorious needs attendants and guides and tutors. So long as the Cognizance Fleet is racked by schism, my brothers and sisters suffer defeat without end. There is no one to aid the spirit. That is why I came here. Does the name Nomos mean anything to you? Nothing. He has not come to know us yet. He will if you let him, Sovani. We know, we sense that his words are about us,
that the story he has told is our story. Your augmentations, your mechadendrites, it's obvious that you're capable, strong, and combat ready. Yet you let yourself be caught by even my most lowly of enforcers. I took a vow that I would never inflict physical harm upon the layperson. The Omnissiah grants us the power of the true flesh for a purpose other than damaging the frail and blind creatures who have not yet tasted his knowledge. I have made my decision regarding your fate. Whatever it is, I will accept it. As will I, and yet I plead that my brother be shown leniency. His story initializes thought. We ask you to keep him for us. Nomos' servitors speak up suddenly in the faintest of whispers. I love how the dogmatic can still have a choice to be like, yeah, you're staying, but I'm going to phrase it in such a way that makes me sound like I'm pro-imperial. Your actions have caused no harm to my ship or my crew, and so I shall not harm you, and I thank you for your candor. You are free, and may stay on my ship if you so choose. I could not ask for more. All I wish is to remain in these halls and observe in reverence the Great Spirit's deeds. Let the cycle be discontinued. Nomos' servitors turn their head to you and nod all at once in what can be interpreted as an expression of gratitude. Interesting. We should probably check in on them real fast then. Let's go over here. Nomos, how are things going? Oh, the massive figure of the Malatek Asclepius is frozen before the cogitator in a praying pose. Without raising his head, he addresses you. I salute the ruler of this ship. I see you found the Great Spirit, Asclepius. I have found a miracle, and at the end of my worldly road, I have never seen and never will see anything more meaningful than the spirit of Nomos. In the face of its multitude, we are all nothing but the fixed values of an erroneous function. The cyber gargoyle's gaze tracks you as you walk away from the cogitator. Yep, nothing new there. Okay, just wanted to check. We've got a little bit longer in the stream before I'm going to have to get off for the day. I got about 30 minutes. Okay, Nameless Star. We finally made it to Kalagos. Jesus Christ.
Permission to speak, Lord Captain. The Augur crews have registered activity in the orbit of Quetzaltemer, one of the worlds of the Winterscale dynasty. According to the report, the Emperor's Vow, flagship of rogue trader Kalagos Winterscale, is positioned over the southern hemisphere. Vigdis's report is suddenly interrupted by Adira's anxious voice. Lord Captain, this is it. We're so very close. The quiet whispers, they won't stop. They keep buzzing in both my ears. The little door, it is somewhere on this world.
What little door?
The door from my visions, the one I told you about, remember? Nothing major, just my last hope for salvation.
Calm down. We also need to take care of Winterscale's flagship right now.
Of course, Lord Captain. I won't interrupt you any longer.
After a brief hesitation, Vigdis's voice comes through the hissing of static once more.
Allow me to repeat, Lord Captain. The Emperor's Vow, flagship of the rogue trader Kalagos Winterscale, has been detected in orbit of Quetzaltemer, one of the worlds of House Winterscale. What are your orders?
What information does our librarium hold on the flagship? For a while, the Vox broadcasts only the clicking of Vigdis's metallic manipulators.
The Emperor's Vow is a cruiser-scale vessel carrying up to 120,000 crew. Length, 6,000 meters. Beam, 1,000 meters. Estimated time of service in the Winterscale dynasty, minimum of several millennia. It is known for a fact that the ship has undergone many modifications, including replacement of macro batteries for long-range laser batteries and short-range macro batteries. I'm afraid this is all we know, Lord Captain. Incredibly ancient, incredibly complex, incredibly unpredictable, and extremely demanding resources. Had I been one of the highborn, though unofficial rulers of the Expanse, I would definitely have chosen this void ship for myself. The Librarium of House Orselio has held records on the Emperor's Vow. Its most famous owner, to be precise, Sebastian Winterscale, a fledgling rogue trader of great promise from many millennia ago. It is not known how Sebastian acquired his ship, but Lord Captain Winterscale used it to traverse the Maw and to build a new home for his family in the Coronis Expanse.
And is that all you have?
No, of course not. The officers are about to extend the range of the wave emitters.
In minor turn of the chrono, the Voxmaster reports again.
Lord Captain, data has been updated. Quetzaltemer's largest continent suffered from moderate xenoplanetary activity. We have discovered the wreckage of several Eldari vessels in the periphery of the system, and another vessel crashed onto the world, causing minor seismic activity. A dozen shuttles of the Winterscale dynasty are currently patrolling the space directly above the crash site.
I presume Xenos hunting is in full swing, and the hunter has already caught the scent of his prey.
Brown, take me. Pardon your forgiveness, Lord Captain. The Emperor's Vow has detected the empower emanations of our augurs and is requesting permission to initiate Vox transfer. What do you wish for us to do?
Hail the Emperor's Vow.
It will be done.
By the grace of the machine spirits, the air gradually fills with the discordant noises until the Voxmaster flips the last tumbler on the cogitator panel.
The Emperor's Vow sends greetings to the glorious ruler of the Von Valentius dynasty. This is Ebrek ap Daif, his lordship Caligos Winterscale's Voxmaster, who has the honor of speaking on behalf of his lord today.
The booming voice fills the air, startling a few of the officers. However, you feel that Ebrek ap Daif's ostensibly confident tone is meant to hide concern. Erbrecht, this is rogue traitor Von Valentius. I must say that not even the void of the cosmos can hide your anxiety, my friend.
By the gold of the throne, the scions of Von Valentius are shrewd to a man.
The Voxmaster loudly clears his throat, looking for the right words.
You see, the Lord Captain had yet another heated argument with the esteemed Incendia Corda, and had a very good reason for his displeasure. I dare not discuss his lordship's affairs, but I can divulge that we set out to protect the dynasty's rightful domains from the invasion of profane Xenos, and that is how we arrived here at Quetzaltemer. There is no better hunting ground when you need to cool off your head, I believe the Lord Captain said. We easily crushed the pathetic mockery of a fleet that was laying siege to the world. And of course, most of the Xenos fled, but we did reduce a few of their ships to chum for the Boyd Feast.
The Voxmaster laughs cruelly.
An Eldari fleet, then that means there are many more Crudorak survivors than I dared hope.
A secondary Vox channel transmits Earlet's voice laden with desperation.
Ilantak, I must go to this planet. I must find them, to try and save them.
I will help, Earlet. Hold the line. Earlet breathes out inaudibly and her shoulders relax.
I am grateful to you, Elantak.
Something tells me, Voxmaster, that the story doesn't end there.
Well, you see, Lord Captain, one of the Eldari ships crashed on Quetzaltemer.
The Lord Captain chose to descend and finish off the elusive prey, but he's not been able to find his way out of the local woods for nearly 30 days now, and this has begun to concern me and the rest of the crew greatly. Anticipating your next question, Your Lordship, no, I am confident the Lord Captain is alive. His body or spirit do not break easily. And he is accompanied by Wharton the Grey, who would sell his soul if it would help the Lord Captain out of harm's way.
May Asurian protect his children. We must halt the frenzy of your rival, Elantak, or else by Isha's tears his subjects will not escape retribution.
I will try to convince Caligos to seek some form of peaceful resolution to this conflict.
Hurry, Elantak, before there is nothing left to decide.
How is it you were unable to find your Lord Captain over the course of 30 days?
Things are not so simple, Your Lordship. Lord Captain last contacted me from the landing point right below the Vow's belly on this planet. We lost about a dozen shuttles and nearly 100 scouts in the first days of the search, all of whom went down to Quetzaltemer and simply never came back. Our shuttles are relentlessly sweeping the airspace where our people perished. This way we're able to reduce the search area to just a few thousand square kilometers, which still does not change the fact that people in the thicket are disappearing without a trace, and something is jamming our Vox transmissions. Was anyone else with Caligos aside from this Wharton? A full hunting party consisting of 100 hand-picked enforcers, as well as his lordship's personal retinue, naturally. What exactly are you asking of me, Voxmaster? A generous favor in return for generous favors. Find Lord Captain Winterscale on Quetzaltemer. Bring him back to our ship. I swear by the throne that I will convince him to side with you in any conflict that occurs within the next 100 years. I am allowed to make deals on the Lord Captain's behalf whenever he remains unavailable, after all. Ooh, interesting. Very well. I am in need of allies, and Winterscale will have to do. Your Lordship, I bow before your courage on behalf of the Winterscale dynasty. Full data transfer decree has been signed. My crew will send you the landing coordinates. God Emperor's grace shine upon you for years to come. The Voxmaster's thundering voice falls silent, and the machine spirits terminate the connection between the flagship of two great dynasties. Let's go check out the shipwrecks real fast. Sorry, runes, shuriken pistols. Yep. Extractable resources adamantine. 5? Oh no, it's already being extracted. Okay, I've misread the symbols. Can we still talk to them? Nope. Nope, they're just gonna... Okay. So we have to bring Irlet. Idira's stuff is down there, so hold on, hold on. We're gonna bring those two. We're gonna bring Abelard, we're gonna bring Cassia, we're gonna bring Pascal, we're gonna bring Idira. We're gonna be a little light on ranged firepower. Well, we'll see what Idira can do, but her support ability should be alright. And if all else fails, my fire abilities just got a massive boost from that warp brooch. Which should help us immensely. Okay, firstly, reorganize. We only really have one frontliner right now, so we're going to put him there. Then it'll be me and Pascal. And it'll be Idira, then Irlet, and Cassia.
Is there money to be made?
There we go. That's everybody? Yes. Oh, it just occurred to me, I don't have a demolitions expert. Son of a... Irlet does have a 70 thanks to her agility, so that's not horrible. Winterscale shuttle awaited its owner's return in vain. Looks like they... Rusted containers for transporting supplies. Their markings indicate they're several centuries old.
That's not dawdle.
Attention, Vox broadcast impossible. Error. Attention, botanical threat. Level Alpha 2. Shipment of furs, shifting fabrics. Forests. To the forests. Left or right? Mold, birds, and rodents have ruined these fruits of the local vegetation. We'll start with the left. Oh. The shuttle disappears in the wild vegetation of the island. Several hours pass before the rogue trader finally admits that he's been aimlessly wandering around in circles. Any attempts to get back on track by retracing his steps have failed. Vox communication cannot reach the ship, and now it becomes clear how Caligos Winterscale could have gotten lost. Great. Lush overgrowth has sprung up in seconds, blocking the way back. The trail is already gone.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
We should deal with this.
Yep. No. Pick up the... I saw that said goods. Pick that up. Thank you. Cloth dyes, corpse starch rations.
This could be an opportunity.
Oh good. Most of these will probably be Eldar traps, which means they'll be a hell of a lot easier to deal with. We also don't need regular bolt pistols. Irlet, if you would please.
A trivial task.
Oh shit, I forgot.
The dynasty.
Crap, I need to get her leveled up if we're gonna have her with us. Son of a bitch. She still can't get Extremis until level 39. Psychic power. I mean, I may as well. She does that a lot, unfortunately. Then we'll go ahead and grab intelligence to boost her operative abilities. Maybe. No. Maybe. We'll go with Obscured Threat. Drop their ability to handle that. We'll go with Dispatch, even though she's not really that good with it. I was about to say, what the hell? Staves do not count as range weapon. I really don't want her to not have a backup, given how unwieldy her fucking abilities can be.
Toughness increasing by 10 times toughness bonus. Oh, wow. Duration is higher than the character's critical hit chance. No. Seant, welcome. First time chatter. Hi. Sorry, we're in the middle of trying to get Adira back up to the level that she needs to be, making sure that she's actually going to be useful here. Against the power, suffer that one, malign influence. Direct damage, so that's going to give her additional direct damage on people. Very nice. Oh, I know, but I always feel bad because if I read out everything aloud when I'm trying to read it here, it takes too long. But if I don't read it, I feel like I'm not providing any, like, you know, what you're actually here for, which is people actually commentating on the game. Enemies given targets of their second power gain a stacking. You know what? We'll... yes. Yes, we'll go with that one. Lore Warp. Doesn't really have anything else that I can really give her. Yeah, I try to reduce the silence. You should have seen my early Elden Ring stuff where I alternated between being far too quiet and then babbling for like 20 minutes to desperately try and fill the air. Is there anything else with her here? Force Reality? No. She's not quite high enough to get the Extremis ability yet. No, that's not going to help. Her assassin abilities are really not that useful for her right now. We'll go with Predict Downfall, just further debuff anybody who tries to deal with her. And then we'll go with... yeah, I guess more debuffs. Yeah, more debuffs. Alright, that gets her up to speed at least.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Is there anything this way? No? Okay, swing back around. Double check the other side.
Searching.
Disarm that if you would please, Earlet.
I have learned much in my exile.
I guess we just... yeah, I guess we just keep going, and we're probably going to get further lost. There we go. The rogue trader has never seen an anthill of such a size before, but the most disturbing thing about it is a Xenos skeleton tied to the anthill with bonds made from some unknown material. A Drukhari weapon stuck in the corpse is the only detail that can point to the perpetrator. Being eaten alive by ants is a horrific torture that makes the blade in the back seem like an act of mercy, a most uncharacteristic gesture for his race. Yep, the lush overgrowth has already sprung up, so we can't do anything about that. Looks like a shuttle crashed here. The Winterscale search shuttle crashed during landing. Neither the pilot nor the scouting team survived. Can we get at that? There we go. It's out cargo. Fair enough, fair enough. Still good. Yep. There's two of his guys. Yep, so we can't get through there. Can we get over here? Aha. That'll get us out of here.
I always keep my options open.
Yeah, as I said, I try not to be silent. I am still relatively new to streaming. This is only a second month or so, second 2.5 months, and I'm still getting used to the whole just kind of stream of consciousness everything. Because sometimes I do play pretty quietly and on my own time, and I'm trying to break that habit. It helps having a game that has so much written dialogue, though. The forest hike lasts an entire day. In the golden rays of dusk, the rogue trader sees a small hill crowned with an aquila, a double-headed eagle totem made from the plasteel and rockcrete components of an ancient ship. The foot of the hill provides a much less scenic view, however. The soil is stained brown from all the flesh smeared upon it, contrasted only by the white specks of bone shards mixed into the dried-up bloody mass. Oh, thank you. Thank you. As I said, I'm trying. Oh. Alandria Kalainin and Yuristra, the Monkai will pay for your suffering. Suffering. Their spirit stones are shattered, Sitan. She who thirsts has long since finished the feast. We will destroy them. Every Monkai who... Did you hear that? Oh, they're not going to give us a chance to talk them down, are they? No animated over... I would like to get a basic overlay, like the chat log that's up here on this side. I'd like to have at least something that makes it a little less obvious that it's a chat log, but other than that, no. I've got a PNG tuber set up down here, and eventually I do want to be a full-fledged VTuber, but I still wouldn't take up too much of the screen. But yeah, I've seen that on there's a few streamers that I've casually passed through that have really large overlays and can make it really hard to see the game screen if it's anything that isn't at... How is that an ambush? How is that an ambush? We walked up on them. Ugh. Well, at least Cassia still gets the first turn. How do we want to do this? We've got Eldari Guardians, 3 of them in the middle. Eldari Rangers sitting right above us. Another Eldari Ranger. Another Jesus Christ. Okay, game. You started this as an ambush, and I have no means of defending myself right now. Thanks for that. Okay. Get in cover. This is about to be very bad. Then we're going to Point of Curiosity, which is going to hit all 5 of them. Pull them to that point, please.
Going swiftly.
Well, mostly pulled them to that point. That's fine. Then we're going to Voice of Command. Reveal the light. Give me more willpower. Come on, come on, come on. Is there anything else I can do? I need 1 point left for that. So that does mean I can hit them with this. Good damage.
Me.
Grab that.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Pull up. Get into cover. Oh, okay. So what we want to do is we're going to set you on fire. Good. Then we are going to run and gun, which will allow us to use Firestorm, which is going to hit all 4 of them. Thank you. Okay, 2 are down, 2 are heavily injured. Very nice. Can't do anything else. Could use this. You know what? We're going to Heroic Act, hit him with the fire spell. Okay, about halfway to damage. About halfway dead. Not the worst. Can't really do anything else. Yep, he's going to run up and try to attack her. Same thing with him. Oh, good. The burning spread over to him. Very nice. Don't know how it did, but I'll take it. We need some decent cover. There we go. Irlet, I know you don't like this, but we really need to deal with these assholes. Okay, we've got multiple rangers coming in. He's going next turn. Then, which one's this one? No? Which one? That one. Okay. She can actually still shoot him, right? Yes. Okay, so... let's see here. Precise attack.
If I must. If it serves
Perfect
your
spot.
cause.
Give me all the buffs. Then we're going to aim for the opening. Create a weak point on that side. Then we're going to... do I want to do that? Yes. I'm going to go ahead and expose. Further increase potential for crit chance. Then we're going to Killing Edge. Pop that guy in the head, please. Perfect. If that's the case, go ahead and... he goes next, so go ahead and use your secondary attack on him. Not much damage, but that's fine. Everything helps. Then we're going to set up you. Alright, he took damage from the burning, and he was stunned. Ow! Okay, that's bad. That's bad. I should have known those rangers were going to be a problem. This side. Please move up here, Pascal. Thank you. Let's go. Thank you. Alright, how do we want to do this? He's going to be behind cover. He's going to be behind cover. He gets to go next, unfortunately. This guy does not. Okay, so expose weakness. Get this guy under control, please. Same as before. Perfect spot. Then we are going to... piercing shot? No, we'll go with 12% armor penetration or a raw 9 damage. What is this guy's stats? Very low armor, no deflection. So yes, Call the Bold is the better choice here. Then we're going to overcharge shot. Good. Call the Bold for There we go. Perfect. That's one fewer ranger to deal with. Yep, he's gonna go. He's gonna immediately shoot me, isn't he? Yep, he shot Cassia. God damn it. Yeah, this is what happens, game, when you make it an ambush, even though I'm the one who walked up on them rather than the other way around. Thanks for that. Assholes. Psychic Shriek really does not do enough damage. If I move her up here, we can then use Psychic Assault to hit all three of them. Good. What else have we got? Oh, that ended her movement. God damn it. That was not what I wanted. They spend all their movement points to move as close as possible to the Psyker. Sensory deprivation. Who is the next sniper who's going to be shooting? Not yet. No. He's the next one, and she can't target him. So, go ahead and blind him.
I'll return this favor tenfold.
Yep, blinded effect applied. Good. That'll help keep things under control. Go ahead and throw that on him. Dodge and parry until end of combat. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that on her. She's going to need it because these things are getting close. No. Go ahead and throw that on him. There we go. And that should be it. Alright, my turn. Eldari Ranger's on fire. Set the Eldari Guardian on fire. He's on fire. Let me see here. Find me a decent piece of cover somewhere, please. Yes, here. Come on, come on, come on. And we set... How am I not... You son of a bit. How is that not... Whatever. Whatever. Set him on fire. Good. Now swing over here. Set you on fire. Good. Then we're going to... Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, they all have the burning effect applied. Good. This is perfect. Next, we're going to incinerate. Which will draw the extra fire damage towards him. Good. Then we are going to inflame. 4 kills right off the bat. And then set him on fire. And that's it. Abelard, please move up. Keep the others covered, if you would please. Just in case this guy manages to get close. Nope, he's dead. Good. Oh, that's glorious. Alright, do we have anything that can fix Cassia's injury? Removes 1 fresh injury or 1 old injury. God damn it. Well, reduces her agility and her movement points by half, which is not bad for her. That's fine. That's fine. She can handle that. As long as it's not reducing her willpower or her perception. Yeah, Kato, the fire ability has really started to come into its own now. It really has. Just the combination of... What did I pick up? Where was it? The Warp Brooch. Warp Brooch gives me an additional attack with my psychic abilities for every psi rating. So I get 4 additional attacks. That's 5 per turn. On the first turn, I should say. And as long as I can get it on the majority of enemies, I can then use Inflame. Or, Inflame. And immediately they're all going to take additional burning damage and additional damage from burning for every turn. It's amazing. My entire build is centered around keeping my guy alive so that I can deal the most damage. Oh, the bodies of the Eldari have been hacked to pieces with extreme brutality. Their wounds indicate it was done by a power weapon of some kind. The soil under the bodies has turned a rusty brown from the gore. Another Guardian long rifle. Is that better than the one she has right now? Let me see here. 30 to 45, so they both match up there. Dodge reduction is the same. Additional hit chance is the same. The Eye of Hecaton has a slightly longer range. Does this have any special abilities? No. Does this... Grants plus 5 MP after each attack and allows the wielder to move after attacking. If attacked with this weapon hits 3 or more targets, the attack has no cooldown. This rifle has 100% over penetration. Ah, I forgot about that ability. But still, that's still the best choice for her right now.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay, everybody gathered up. Let's go grab the remaining loot and keep moving. We've only got... I don't have much longer. Okay, we've got plenty of these rifles now. We can ship them off. We don't need them. More rangers. Yep. Another ranger. Yep, same as before. Alright, good. Oh, there's one more. There's something else. Hold on. Where? Ah, there it is. Give me.
I always have a backup plan.
No, give me. There we go. Crucible of Torment. Two-handed, ranged weapon, las, single rate of fire. This weapon has an additional extremely close range ability, increased damage. Huh, it's a dark light blaster, but with good damage. Flash and interesting. Well, no, I was about to say, why is a human corpse holding a Drakari weapon? But then I remember Kalagos has several Eldar weapons that he keeps on his person.
I always keep my options open.
Alright, let's keep moving. I've only got a few more minutes. We might be able to get a little bit further before I have to finish up for the day. The forest hike lasts an entire day. In the golden rays of dusk, the rogue trader sees a small hill crowned with an aquila. A double-headed eagle totem made from the plasteel and rocky components of an ancient... We already saw this description. Did it take us back the same way? No.
I've been thinking. Are we definitely back? Could this be another kind of torture cooked up by Tavantius? Some twisted dream?
Commoragh tested us all to our limits. And I am glad that I withstood the trial. It means that it is too early for me to retire just yet.
I appreciate the sentiment, Abelard, but... Idira, you weren't even there. I didn't even take you... Oh, shit. Go ahead and pick that up.
Oh, too hard for a simple monkey.
Quickly into here. Do I want Molten Beam? Deals double the damage of Ignite to all creatures in a 12-cell line and reduces their armor until... It's... the armor reduction is useful. But the fact that it's just a line is not very good at all. I'm thinking of grabbing Sanctic Powers because if I remember correctly, it has some good buffs that I can use. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. We'll grab Sanctic Powers. We'll increase our Warp Lore again. That should give me access to the Sanctic talents later in the tree. That's really the only one I wanted to level up right now because I'd like to at least get to the next scene before I have to close out for the day. Let's keep moving. Oh, we appear to be somewhere. Dwellers of the Forest. Interesting. Not seeing anything there. Hello? Forest Dwellers welcome the Sky Herald. Okay. I guess that's going to be all they say, probably. Oh, there's something back here. Hold on.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
What are you hiding from me? Give me the loot. Rare cloth dyes and some corpse starch rations. Very nice, very nice. I mean, I imagine Kalagos has to be here, right? I'm probably not going to have time to deal with all of the conversations, unfortunately, so... Let's try to just get through this one, and then we'll probably call it a day. A group of lean young men and women surround you, shooting anxious glances at you and the gray-haired elder who has stepped forward. Unlike the rest, her skin is completely free of decoration, save for the two-headed eagle branded on her wrinkled forehead. Speaks with gods foresaw our meeting, Starborn. The woman's accent grates on the ears. Her words sound like a fusion of High Gothic and the most vulgar tongue of the rabble. Welcome to Heart of Forest, where Leads Ahead and her tribe have dwelt ever since the rule of Quetzaltemer himself.
This ruler has ordered her tribe to prepare a feast and warm shelter for starborn guests. Please make yourselves at home.
Who exactly are you?
We are the children of Fiery Mother and Pale Father, who look after us by day and guard by night. Faithful servants of the two-headed eagle god, who shields our lands from misfortune with his wings. We are the ungone, forest-dwelling children of the earth and the guardians of the temple of Quetzaltemer, the first starborn to ever set foot on the virgin soil of this land.
Eagle god? Is it the brand that's burned on your forehead?
Yes,
The elder nods respectfully.
many seasons have changed since this ruler received the eagle god's blessing, became leader of this tribe. Only those close to the gods are allowed to bear their brands. This ruler is among them.
I thought that Quetzaltemer was the name of the place, but you speak of it as if it was a figure from the past.
The legends of this place claim that a long time ago, the first among the starborn descended upon this world, together with this ruler's ancestors, created the ancient cities and temples, and brought the blessing of the eagle god upon the forest and land. Fast-flowing time has erased the starborn's name from the minds of the people. Only his title remains: Quetzaltemer, first of the chosen, sky herald of the eagle god, father of tribes. The flow of time is truly merciless to the meager memory of peasants.
Kasia lets out a weary sigh and slightly rolls her eyes.
According to the works of the archivist Zachary Fine III, Sebastian Winterscale was the first to discover the world for the Imperium's subjects, and half a century later, an ark for colonists descended on the planet's surface, the Quetzaltemer. Over hundreds of years, the limited minds of the rabble have invented their own twisted history, one the colonists' descendants still believe to this day.
Why do you call me Starborn?
You are Sky Herald of Eagle God, created by him from the star's glow and the night sky darkness, the one who carries his seal in your image, clad in the armor of our ancestors' most ancient prophecies.
You said my coming was foretold?
Like you've never heard that one before, Lord Captain.
Quiet, Adira. They don't need to know that you're an unlicensed psyker, thank you very much.
Yes, Speaks with Gods is the priest of this tribe, his ruler's half-brother. He listens to the forest, calls to the earth, wards off the punishing lashes of the sky, and speaks to Eagle God on behalf of tribe. Before disappearing in the wandering forest, he told this ruler to prepare for your arrival.
What else did Speaks with Gods predict?
The elder's gaze darkens. Quetzaltemer is enraged by the invasion of the spirits from the darkness that have called rain of fire and metal. He demands blood. Blood shall sate the soil, no matter the path chosen by the gods who have come to right the wrong. Spirits from the darkness. So that is how the Monkai of this world view my kin, as invaders, a calamity.
Irilet lets out a strange sigh.
But these Monkai have neither teeth nor claws. They are not even aware of the most basic of technologies that your kind uses. Then why do my kin burn their world so fiercely?
The elder recoils in fear after making out Irilet's true face with her half-blind eyes.
The Starborn will be accompanied by a spirit to put an end to the misfortunes of the world. Thus spoke the priest. Seeing a spirit among the living is wrong. Spirit should stay in the spirit world, humans in the realm of the living.
You think that several gods have set foot upon Quetzaltemer?
This ruler has already had the honor to greet a Starborn, as strong as a saber-toothed boar and nimble as a forest jaguar, and as wise as the three-tongued guardian snake. Like a whirlwind, he charged into Quetzaltemer's forest, chasing the spirits from the darkness that had descended upon the world 3 10-day moons before. The Starborn had lost his priest in battle, so he ordered this ruler's brother to help him trace the spirit's footsteps and cleanse Quetzaltemer of their filth. But when Speaks with God left his home, something enraged the forest. Thus spoke the Starborn and this ruler's brother were trapped by the ever-changing paths and the evil spirits.
The collected data partially matches complete data received from Emperor's Vow. Caligos Winterscale descended upon this world, lost a psycho in battle with Xenos, and found a replacement in the village at current coordinates.
The powers of my kin could have disturbed the flora of this world, which then concealed the remnants of the children of Commoragh from the wrath of your rival. That means they're still somewhere in the forest, surviving, hiding, preying on one another.
Do you know where your brother and the other Starborn are now? The woman shakes her head.
Eagle God's Sky Herald wanted to find the den of the spirits from the darkness and destroy it, but the forest of Quetzaltemer is endless as the sky. Where the sky touches the forest's edge, the Deadlands begin, the realm of the dead whence there is no return. Something is calling.
Adira covers her ears with her palms and forces her eyes shut.
There, in the place of no return, sits the shadow of one who is both alive and dead at once. Voices are calling me. They're calling so desperately. Why?
The elder looks at Adira with genuine reverence, nodding slightly after every word, her mouth half open.
This ruler's brother did warn that a priestess from the stars would descend upon this ruler's land in search for answers. Just as he said, she would wish to head down the path to death to find reincarnation.
How do you people even survive in these forests?
Speaks with gods, hears the whisper of the leaves, and can commune with trees. The entire tribe participates in his soothing rituals, allowing this ruler and her people to tread the safest paths.
And how do we conduct such a soothing ritual?
The ritual requires a site imbued with the powers of Quetzaltemer, the heart of our village, and a priest to perform it. Alas, the fire rain claimed many of the ruler's priests, and thus this ruler's tribe can only pray for the mercy of the eagle god and his starborn sky heralds. Oh, don't look at me, Lord Captain. I don't know the first thing about this priestly groxwash. Doesn't take a diviner to read this, that I'd fry my brains if I tried to mess with some weird ritual. And that's if we're lucky. If we weren't so lucky, I end up frying everybody else's brains. That doesn't sound too promising now, does it? Nevertheless, this ruler knows you will bring Speaks with Gods home and soothe the forest of Quetzaltemer. The prophecies of the priest have never betrayed our tribe before, and thus this ruler seeks you to forget about your worries and rest here in the heart of the fort.
We will rest for a time, and then we will head out.
It is an honor for this ruler's tribe to serve you, O Starborn. Follow the path of lights, you will find shelter, food, and water. When you decide it is time to follow the priest and your kin, this tribe will pray to the eagle god himself for success.
Okay, and that is where we will leave off for today. I guess we could see if somebody's up for a raid. I wasn't able to do that yesterday because we were running behind. Xander's on, but we raided him 2 days ago, so we'll hold off on that. Lady Reaver is on, though. And she is also doing Rogue Trader. It looks like she's in Commoragh right now, so... Oh! What am I missing? Shoot.
Sint_ is now aboard.
Thank you, Sint. At least now I know how to pronounce your name thanks to the text-to-speech. But, yes. Hey, we actually hit our followers goal of 30. But, yes, Kato and Sint, if you want to know. Oh, sorry, I should really turn those down. I keep forgetting how loud they are. Kato and Sint, yes, I am not doing a stream on Friday. I had to move that up to today. The next stream will be on Sunday at our usual time. So I hope you all have a great rest of your week and the great beginning of your weekend. Now, let me just pull up the raid here. I got distracted. There we go. Lady Reaver. She's a VTuber also doing Rogue Trader right now. So we're going to go ahead and start the raid there. It takes a few seconds for that to go. And then I'll let you guys head on out. Again, thank you all for joining me today. Thank you all for being here. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye. Oh. No,